The following podcast will contain spoilers, tangents, hot takes, and excessive foul language. Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy the show.
Greetings, horror fans, and welcome to episode 355 of Frightmares. I'm your host, Austin Proctor, and joining me today for the first segment of our top 10 of 2025 is the man himself from What Did Jason Hill Make Me Watch? Jason Hill, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay, and first means best, right? And how this all the other suckers coming after me don't know shit.
Yeah, exactly. Start with the best, of course.
Yeah, Gabby, out of here. No, sir. Spencer, you done fucked up.
Cory, you're on the list too.
Exactly.
So this is it, man. I can't believe. So this is technically even though this is our 7th season, this is our 8th top whatever, because in 2018 we did a top 5. So this is actually the 8th in the year that our 8th time we've done a top 10 list, even though, like I said, technically the first one was top 5, but with semantics. So, it's been a pretty wild year for horror. A lot of good, a lot of bad. I've seen a whole bunch of stuff. As of this recording, I'm at 81 movies, and I'm going to try to get to 85 because I'm a weird stickler for being in increments of 5. I don't know why. So
there's probably some Tubi slop you can find.
Oh, I've got plenty. Of things. So this is a quick tangent, real quick story before we get into the top 10s here. I actually recorded Cory and I's episode first, and halfway through, he told me about a movie that I had forgot to include on my running list for the year. So that put my count from 75 to 76, and I fucking crashed out. Not like, being serious. I was just crashing up for just being dramatic. And I was like, all right, well, this is insane because now I have 76, and now I'm annoyed. I forgot to even put that movie in my running, so I had to go. I was like, dude, we have to redo our segment. Plus, we recorded for like an hour, and it was just too long.
We must start everything over immediately.
So then I'm like, all right, I'll just get to 80. It's fine. And then I forgot 2 other movies that needed to be on because I have a running list of everything I've watched for the year. So then that put me at 78. Well, then I watched one more to get me to 79, and then forgot I had another one. So then that put me up to 80, and then Gabby and I just watched one today, and I'm at 81. So I'm like, I guess I'm just going to go. It's been a whole nightmare. So this is so much fun. I'm usually so much more prepared than this. It's been a nightmare. But anyways.
Oh, man.
So
you watched a lot more horror movies than I did.
It's so crazy because like halfway through the year, I was like, I'm not going to get close to 80. Like there's no way. And what happens usually, at least from my experience on this podcast and doing a top 10, is that the back half of the year is just when they start dumping everything. Like there's stuff coming out every week at this point, and then even in October, that's when they drop a whole bunch of stuff. And then all of a sudden I was at like 72, and I'm like, I think I might be able to hit 80. But then I was like, let me stop at 75 because we have to record, and then all of the chaos happened. So so by the time I'm record with Spencer for the next segment, I'll have my 85 done. And that'll be enough for the year because I've seen some great shit. I've seen some terrible shit. But how this is going to go, if you've never joined us for a top 10, usually we do it in segments. So the first segment is me and Jason, then it'll be me and Spencer, then Cory, and then Gabby. I have 4 different top 10 lists. I'm going to go over my Jason picks, my top 10 from Jason, as he's recommended me 50 movies for this year, 1 movie a week. And then with Spencer, I will go over my top 10 worst of the year to prove to people I don't like everything. And Cory and I will do my honorable mentions, and then I will do my top of the year with Gabby. Everyone that's on the segments with me will be doing their top 10 of the year. And the rule, there's only like one rule for this, and it's that it has to be listed horror on Letterboxd or IMDb, one of the two. Bonus points if it's listed as horror on both. And it doesn't have to be strictly limited to the year 2025. So, like, for example, a lot of my movies, I'd say about 20 of them might be 2023, 2024, but they were not available to me in the United States until this year. So they are allowed to be counted because how am I, if I can't see something that was released in Indonesia in 2024, but then didn't come over here till 2025, we count that towards the 2025 count. So those are really the only rules. I got nothing else to say. If you want to, I don't know if you want to comment on how this year's been for horror from your point of view, hit me with it.
Honestly, kind of meh. Top heavy, especially my 1 and 2, which are probably everybody's 1 and 2. Like those are like super, super, super solid, awesome.
Okay.
And then the rest, like I saw 21 horror movies this year.
Okay.
Which was down from 31 from last year. And I did not see The Long Walk. There was also one other big one that I missed. I forgot what it was. But I watched most of the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not including Frankenstein as a horror movie. I know some people do, some people will. It wasn't, to me, when I watched it, I was like, this is a good movie. This isn't a horror movie, but this is a good movie. That's how I felt about Frankenstein this year.
Yeah, and that's fair.
Sure,
yeah, that's also something that, if someone doesn't want to put it on their list because it even though it's listed as horror, that's totally fine. That's totally their call. So
no, for sure.
Yeah, but So you did watch Frankenstein though.
I did watch I did like Frankenstein, and
Okay.
I thought about it. I was like, nah, if it would be high up on the list if I included it. But after I watched it, I was like, this just isn't. It does not feel like a horror movie to me. So it felt like a period sci-fi movie to me.
Yeah, I mean, and it's got that Del Toro flourish. So
yeah,
he's with all the cogs and gears and just all the mechanical shit that he loves. So,
and we'll see how. I know Lordy got a Golden Globe nomination. Probably doubt he'll get an Oscar nomination, but I know he did get a Golden Globe. And that's right, because Frankenstein did get a theatrical release, so it is eligible for Oscars. But
yeah, that one weekend they really needed to give. It's a Del Toro. I don't want that straight to Netflix. I wanted to watch that on the big screen. Okay,
sure,
all right.
Yeah, and when you saw it in theaters?
No, I wanted to, but it was only there for a weekend and I missed it. We did watch it at home and it was like we loved it, but it's just like, man, I don't like seeing Del Toro on my screen. I want to see that on the big screen. So
exactly, and that's I can't wait until the Netflix Warner Brothers merger goes through, where they just after the whatever contract they have with theaters now, they're just going to shit out everything. I can't wait to watch Superman 3 straight to streaming.
We're living in just the end days for streaming and physical media. It's the worst.
$200 million movie straight to streaming.
I just want to know how Netflix had an extra 80 billion to how did they have that much? I did not. Weren't they crying bankruptcy last year when they cracked down on all the codes that we were sharing?
That's what they all do.
Yeah, I looked them up. Apparently, they're worth like 572 million, and I was like, I don't even fucking understand. Or 572 billion. I was like, I don't even understand. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and of course, Paramount's just throwing an absolute shit fit over this.
Yeah, it's fun watching all of this just burn down to the ground. Like, guys, just fucking make movies. We just want to see
meanwhile,
movies.
I'm just like, man, I'm just a poor over here. I can barely afford a Netflix subscription as it is.
God, at this point, it's so expensive. My parents still pay for it, and I'm just going to ride that out until they decide. I don't know if they know they're paying for it, but I'm just going to ride that out. Yeah.
Just keep that to yourself.
I'm going to ride that out for as long as I can, so... all right, well, we've got some segments to get through, so let's dive in here. We're gonna go over to Mr. Jason for his number 10, and then we're gonna work from 10 to 1, and that'll be that. So what do we have? I'm trying to, because I know a lot of what you've seen, and I'm trying to think of what your number 10 could be, and I've got nothing, so please tell me.
So number 10 is The Decedent from Andrew Bowser.
Oh, okay. I like it.
I didn't see that movie he did as what's the character he does. I've seen his YouTube clips and he's funny with the crazy monologues that he does.
Yeah, the Wendy's guy.
Yeah, exactly.
The other movie,
Wendy's boys rise up.
Yeah, I like, and I still don't know. I like to live in the world that was a real interview, but I'm pretty sure it was fake. But,
no, it was fake. And then his YouTube channel's full of those kind of things. But of course, things go viral. And of course, nobody knows if it's real or fake or not. And then you kind of, oh no, it came from this guy's YouTube channel because he's a YouTube comedian kind of guy.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. I just happened to see it on Facebook ages ago, and then I found out he directed a horror movie. It's called Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Long Words. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And that one was okay, but he played that character throughout the entire movie, and the bit gets a little tiring after about 15 minutes. But the Decedent,
like 2 hours long too.
It was like an hour 45, I think. Yeah, it's just a little long. But the Decedent, I agree with that one. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I remember, I don't even know, I was like Googling 2025 horror movies. I was like, I need to get my numbers up for the podcast a little bit. And this one popped up, and it also was on Tubi. It's not a Tubi original. I think he crowdsourced it to pay for it. Or pay for a good chunk of it.
It was only 20. He did it with, I think, $20,000, I believe, which is kind of incredible for what we got.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's, and I'm not a big found footage guy. This isn't exactly a found footage. It's more like a security footage movie.
Right. It's kind of unique in that way. It's not explicitly told through the lens of someone behind a camera. It's security cameras, and you have like 9 up on screen at a time, and when they're walking out of one room you can see them on 2 cameras at once. Like they really set up those cameras and filmed. I was impressed. I was very impressed. Yeah.
Now folks are going to compare this rightfully or wrongfully so to Autopsy of Jane Doe, and there's certainly some things that are similar, but I think it stands on its own legs, and I enjoyed it. If it's on Tubi, it's free.
What'd you give that one?
I gave that one 3 stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Jason enjoys a found footage-esque movie enough to put it on a top 10, I'm absolutely here for it. So, I love that. So let's see. I'm not going to talk too much about the Jason picks here because we have, I've talked about them all year long. So I'm just going to give my number 10 and my rating and stuff like that. Number 10 for me, and it's funny, everything is a 4 or higher, and then there's one that should technically not be on the list, but we'll get there. So number 10 is Zombievers at a 4 out of 5. It is just plain dumb, stupid fun. It's a movie I always thought I had seen, but clearly didn't until I finally watched it this year. And if you'd like to check it out, it is on, it's on Prime, Tubi, and Pluto for streaming. So check out Zombievers. And just be prepared for the whiplash you will receive when you just happen to see Bill Burr in the opening of that movie, because it's very random. But that's my number 10. It's a good time, and it's a 4 solely because of the time I had. It's a 2-star movie, but it's a 4-star in my heart. So
it is. They'll eat your golden retrievers, Zombievers.
Yeah. What do you have for number 9?
Yeah, number 9. I have Good Boy.
Ooh, okay. Very nice.
So this is more of a interesting concept than is a good movie in my eyes.
Yeah.
But I thought it was it was done well. It was from an interesting POV. And I won't, because it's still pretty new. I think it just came to Shudder like a couple weeks ago. So I won't spoil anything for you might have hasn't seen it yet, but it gets you in the feels.
Yeah. Definitely.
There's certainly parts I was like, why are you still here? No, you got to go. Also, it took me longer than it should have for me to realize he wasn't addicted to heroin. He was just very sick.
Right. Yeah. I thought he was going through like withdrawals or something, but no.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, he's just like got cancer or something.
Yeah. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah. Yeah. Good Boy. It's funny. I think the dog Indy, he got nominated for some award, obviously not an Oscar, but some place that does awards nominated him for best actor, and I'm like, and he deserves that because he's a good boy. So
he is a good boy, the best boy,
the bestest boy ever.
They could have made this the bestest boy, and it would have also been.
It would have also been. Yep, it would have been. I would have been fine with that. Yeah. Let's see. My next, my number 9 is Trick or Treat from 1986. It is so much fun. Another movie. This one is a movie I actually owned for a while and just never got around to. So I watched, I think it's a Synapse that I have, but it's got metal. It's got satanic shit. It's loosely. Woo! What?
I'm giving devil horns in the background.
Oh. I'm looking at a three-toed sloth right now because Jason doesn't have a camera, but he did put up a sloth, so I can't see what he's doing, unfortunately. But so yeah, it's loosely like loosely around Halloween. There's some pumpkins and stuff, but it's got metal. It's got some cameos by people. It's just a good time. That one is streaming on Screambox, and I gave that one a 4 as well. So what about your number 8?
Number 8 is The Monkey from Oz Perkins.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay.
So I never read the Stephen King short story, but this one is almost like if Stephen King wrote a Final Destination movie, like it would be The Monkey.
Yeah. It really was so Final Destination coded. It's not even funny.
Yeah. And I watched and I was like, that was fun. I bet a lot of people hated this movie. Then I pulled it up on the internet. I was like, sure enough, a lot of people hated this movie.
Yep. It's for people who liked Longlegs, they're not going to like The Monkey, and vice versa. Like, I didn't really like Longlegs, but I loved The Monkey. So that seems to be the trend. And for me, I've talked about this before, I think, or maybe I haven't, but Osgood Perkins literally makes a good movie every other movie, and it is a trend in my own experience that every other movie he makes, I do not like. It's very bizarre.
He also does a lot. Like, he's in 3 movies in 18 months, something like that?
Yes, he did. That was Longlegs, The Monkey, and then Keeper, all with in under 2 years. So maybe slow down a little bit. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. What did you give Good Boy?
I gave Good Boy a 3, and I gave The Monkey also a 3.
Okay, gotcha. Just so I'm on the same page with you. Yeah, Monkey. You're going to hear me talk about The Monkey very much later in this episode because I really enjoyed that one. My number 8 Jason pick is Ghoulies. The first Ghoulies. I am in the very weird section of the horror fandom that prefers the first one to the second one. Not that I didn't like the second one.
Interesting.
Second one is only half star lower. Like, it was a lot of fun. I fucking loved the first one so much. Just this, it's starting off with the satanic ritual, and then all of these creatures. It was just, they leaned into it like they knew what they were doing. At least I think they did. And they just,
it's Charles Band. I'm sure he's not a very subtle person.
Right. But I had so much fucking fun with Ghoulies. That is a movie you can just turn on. It's good, mindless fun. That also 4 out of 5. Like I said, pretty much everything on this list is weirdly a 4 out of 5. If you do want to watch Ghoulies, it is on Tubi. It seems like Tubi has everything these days, for fuck's sake. All right, what do we got for number 7?
Number 7 for me was Clown in a Cornfield.
Oh, nice. Okay, sweet.
Yeah, I gave this one a 3 also.
Okay.
I just looked at Letterboxd reviews for this and for The Monkey. They're both at 2.6.
Yep. That tracks.
Now, I had read this book before, and I read the second one. There's a third one that's already out. I haven't gotten around to reading it yet. But it's just a fun little teen slasher. They don't really make many of those these days anymore.
You're right. Yeah, they really don't make them I mean, it's not the 90s or early 2000s anymore, obviously, but they don't really make them like that anymore.
Netflix made Prom Queen, or Fear Street Prom Queen, and that was my number 21 out of 21 horror movies that I watched this year.
Yeah, it's way down there for me as well. Yeah, it's probably at 78 out of 81.
Yeah, I feel like that may have, not only did they kill a lot of prom queens in that movie, they killed a Fear Street franchise as well.
Oh, God. The first 3 were so good, and then I was very excited for this because the first 3 they're solid, and then I was like, yeah. Oh, this is okay. This is definitely a direction we're going in. I see.
Bad direction. But no, Clown on the Cornfield, I enjoyed. I thought it was a lot of fun.
They definitely had fun with it, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's we'll see if we get a sequel or not. Who knows? Because it went it was weird. It got a theatrical release, but then it went straight to Shudder 2 months later. I don't know.
There was a little theatrical stint, and then they announced it on physical media because they did a steelbook for it. And then after the steelbook was released, I think that's when it went to Shudder. It all happened very quickly. It was boom, boom, boom. So
yeah. So I don't know.
There's 3 books, so I assume the writer of those books will probably be up for another
Sure. No, he didn't write
adaptation.
Yeah, exactly. But who knows? I don't know the financials for that kind of thing these days.
True, that's true.
They always, like I said, like you're talking earlier, Netflix always cries poor, but then they're
spending $83 billion. Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking A. My number 7, actually, one of my buddies who will remain nameless because I don't know if what he's doing is legal or not. He makes Blu-rays for movies that don't have like Blu-ray releases. So like anything or stuff that's like out of print. He makes like very good, high quality, like not even just the image itself, but like the boxes and the art and stuff. I just bought this one from him the other day, along with a movie that we're going to be reviewing next year called Campfire Tales. I fucking loved Campfire Tales so much. Another 4 out of 5. It was a great anthology. It had some like very recognizable, like younger than I have ever seen them before. Like James Marsden, Christine Taylor, Christopher Masterson, like Ron Livingston. I'm like, okay, this is a lot of fun. I loved it. I thought it was great. It's on Prime and Tubi as we're speaking, and Plex as well. But yeah, if you want a fun like 90s teen anthology, Campfire Tales is gonna scratch that itch because it also has a 2.8 out of 5 on Letterboxd, which is not bad. That's pretty solid.
Because I remember for a long time, it was like one of those movies you just could not find, and it wasn't on streaming. So I'm assuming maybe it was a rights thing because it was not an expensive movie. It came out in the late 90s. It was sort of a like post-Scream teen horror movie, but not really.
Right.
But it's an anthology thing. Who knows? I don't. But I just remember it finally came to me, and I was like, "Yes, awesome! You've got to watch this."
And it was so much fun, much fun. Let's see. We're at number 6 now. What do you have for number 6?
Number 6 is going to be R.L. Stine's Pumpkinhead, a Tubi original.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun Halloween watch.
Definitely.
That's when it came out in Halloween, and it just felt like a really, really good gateway horror movie.
I agree.
And it also had a pretty dark ending too.
It did have a bleak ending for kind of not how happy it was, but for how kid friendly it was. I was like, oh, this show's dark.
Yeah, and I was just kind of like, well, you won in the end, but there was certainly a cost.
Yeah. It was fun though. I really enjoyed that one too.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was a lot. Yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. I was kind of like, R.L. Stine's Pumpkinhead, we'll give it a watch. But I didn't have high hopes for it going in because not a lot of Tubi originals are great.
That is accurate.
Memorable. There's some memorable ones, but there's also a lot of even the memorable ones are like, well, we appreciate you for trying, Tubi.
They usually at least crank out like 1 or 2 like solid movies, but the rest are kind of just like, okay, like sure.
Tubi slop. I call it just Tubi slop.
Tubi slop.
And it's not just horror movies, all genres, just Tubi slop.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess they're getting a lot of ad revenue so they can just make their own. And honestly, their movies, at least the horror movies, they all look pretty good. Like the quality is shockingly good. So
they look better than full moon movies, that's for sure.
Okay, my number 6. Oh, yes. My number 6 is The Greenskeeper. Oh, my God.
What a fucking wacky ass movie.
What a wacky ass movie. Like, a lot of these picks, I mean, it makes sense because a lot of the movies you picked are kind of those wacky, like, offbeat movies. So that's why this list is as crazy as it is. But I had so much goddamn fun with The Greenskeeper. And it is a movie that there's a DVD that's been sitting on eBay and it's like $25 and I made an offer like for 19 and they denied it and I'm like, I'm just gonna wait until you drop the price on that son of a bitch because like I want to own it. But it was so much fun. Was it a
Trauma? I think Trauma had distributed it at some point. Was it a Trauma release DVD?
Are you thinking of Blades?
Maybe. I know Blades was a Trauma. I thought maybe Greenskeeper was too, but I could also see that not being a Trauma release because that would have been like an early 2000s movie, I think.
Yeah, let's see. Studio is Ghost Man on Third Productions. So I don't know, but it's literally about a killer greenskeeper, and there's one scene I'm not going to spoil, but there's one kill that literally had me laughing so hard I had to pause. Like I had to pause the movie and then watch it again because I was laughing so hard. And it's only 82 minutes. It is just pure B movie trash, and I ate it all up. So.
I think the first time I watched it was a YouTube rip, but I think even that's gotten taken down. Like I don't even know if you can like.
It's on Tubi currently.
Oh, okay, because it wasn't at one point.
Yeah, so it's on Tubi if you want to check it out. Again, another 4 out of 5. It's just so much fun. All right, we're into the top 5 now. What do we got from Jason for number 5?
Number 5 is Final Destination Bloodlines.
All right, love to hear it. Love to hear it.
Again, when I saw there was like a new Final Destination movie, I was like, meh.
Yeah, me too. I was like, eh.
And I even told you, I remember telling you like about the biggest flaw with Final Destination movies is the first act. They have to explain what's going on, even though you know exactly what's going on.
Yep.
But they have to explain to the new characters that they've beat death, and they have to go, and you have to, and that's a big for most of them, because like we've seen 7 of these things at this point, or however many. We know exactly what's happening, but the characters don't. But they added a new wrinkle here to it that made it like, oh, okay, so it's not just, oh, you survived an NASCAR accident. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck out there. Well, it's funny you mentioned that, because when me and my wife went to see it in the car, I was like, okay, they're gonna have to do something different with the premonition scene for this to be any good at all. Like they're gonna, I don't know what, but they're gonna have to do something different with the premonition. And I gave her like 2 of my ideas that were terrible, but then they did something different with the premonition scene. And I was like, see, there we go. That's something new. That is something fresh. And then the rest of it was just a chaotic bloodbath full of laughs. So, and of course the very end scene, I was like, you know what? Perfect. Yeah. Then there's the opening scene. There's the premonition scene. There's one death that had the entire theater laughed. And I was like, if you were there, you were there, and you know which one I'm talking about. It involved a falling piano, and everyone cheered. And I was like, I love this. So yeah, that's a solid movie. Yep. What'd you give that one?
For sure. I gave that one, I think that's my first 3.5-er.
First 3.5-er. Okay.
Yeah, that one I gave 3.5-er.
3.5-er. All right. Let's see. My number 5, probably going to be divisive, even though this list is already chaotic enough. But House 4. This is my favorite one in the franchise. I know, crazy. I have very weird picks of this, but for some reason, House 4 just fucking hit. It was so much fun. And
the singing pizza gets me every time.
Which is Kane Hodder, by the way. That's Kane Hodder is the singing pizza. I don't know. I didn't expect them, because like the first 2 are kind of related, and then the third one is a completely different story with Lance Henriksen, which is also an amazing movie. But then they bring it back to the first movie by introducing the main guy, Rob Cobb, or whatever his name was, Roger Cobb, to come back. And then I was like, this is actually like, it wasn't just like fun. I was like, this is like shockingly good. Why does this have such a low rating? I was like,
I'm surprised at how much people don't enjoy this. No, it's the House franchise. Like the people that are watching House 4 know what they're getting into.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm surprised, like the folks that are rating this know what it is. So I'm surprised it's as low as it is. No, like casual horror fans gonna be like, you know what? I think it's time to watch House 4.
Unless they didn't understand that it wasn't maybe they don't know what because a 2.2, that seems crazy low. Because I'm sitting there the whole time watching it, like, am I watching a different cut? Because this is, in my opinion, I really thought it had some pretty strong writing, some strong performances, some great practical effects, a good car crash. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this a 4 because I really enjoyed it, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. And this director's only done this movie too, which is kind of sad. I would have loved to see other stuff, maybe an original idea. But
I'm also bad. I'm like, I mean, it's not Shakespeare, but it's fucking House 4. You know what it is.
Yeah, come on. This one's not available anywhere. I know there's a whole rights thing with the House franchise, because picking them up physically, you can get 1 and 2 together, and then sometimes 1, 2, and 3. But that 4th one's elusive. I think there's some issue rights with them. So the first 2 are much more easily accessible than 3 and 4 for whatever reason. But that's my number 5. Again, another 4 out of 5. So we're down to Jason's number 4.
Number 4 for me is Hard Eyes.
Oh, interesting. I honestly didn't expect to see that one so high up, but I love that you loved it, because I did too.
It was. Yeah, it was a fun. I mean, I liked it. It wasn't. I watched it and I was like, "Hey, this was fun." I remember it was like one of those days I was like scrolling and I was like, "What's I going to watch?" And I guess it had been out. I don't know if it had been on Netflix for a while. I was like, "Oh, this is on Netflix now. I need to watch this." And I watched it and I was like, "Hey, I'm glad I watched that."
Yeah, and do you know? So the director Josh Rubin, have you seen like his comedy before?
I don't think so.
Okay,
no.
I'm gonna send you a couple like clips. He's on this like game show where he does it's almost like Whose Line Is It Anyways, where you get a prompt, but then they just have to like do a stand up. It's so funny, and he's on that. And once you know who Josh Rubin is outside of this movie, a lot of the comedy makes so much more sense because that's just who he is. And he actually has he has a small cameo
like,
too.
Gosh, isn't he like bros with those radio silent guys? Isn't that or something?
I'm pretty sure. I think so.
I feel like
it sounds right. Let's just go with it.
Yeah, I could be. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he is. He is. Yeah. I don't care what Cory says. He is. Yeah.
Yeah, Hard Eyes is great. You will hear me talk about that later as well. My number 4 is City of the Living Dead with a 4 out of 5. I mean, it's just a great Italian fucking.
I was shocked you had never seen that.
I had it's part of like a trilogy, an unofficial trilogy. You got City of the Living Dead. You've got not Beyond the Gates, The Beyond, and then one other one that I can't remember. But
it's really boring. It's the Gates of Hell trilogy.
Yeah, I had seen
like House by the Cemetery.
Yes. There we go. So I had seen those two, but I hadn't seen City of the Living Dead yet, and I really that's definitely of the 3. That's definitely the best one. Yeah. Really love City of the Living Dead. That one again has a 4 out of 5. It is streaming. I'm assuming it's got to be streaming somewhere. Oh, not the Cost of Living, the City of the Living. Goodness gracious.
Cost of Living is too much.
Cost of Living is way too much. City of the Living Dead from 1980 is streaming on. Oh, it's only on Pluto. Interesting. Okay. Well,
you know what's cool about City of the Living Dead?
Do tell.
Every house has a basement, even though it's in New Orleans and they live below sea level. So that totally is feasible.
It's like,
that's how that works.
It's like the crawl episode we did where my buddy who was on that episode with me is in Wisconsin, and he was like, "Do you guys have basements like that in Florida?" No, we don't, not at all. So
you're like probably like 30 miles inland, and you still are below sea level somehow.
Yeah, I mean seriously, you dig like 6 feet down, and you're probably gonna hit water. That's how at sea level we are. All right, here we go. Top 3. What do we got for Jason here?
Number 3, I've got Dangerous Animals.
Oh, interesting choice. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, that movie was a lot of fun. It was a cool premise, and the bad guy, the villain, was like truly awful and memorable.
He was.
Yeah, and it was just kind of like, and I thought the setup was really cool. It was believable how she was captured and how she was, and how that all kind of worked out. I'm not going to say if she gets saved or not. I don't want to ruin anything because I think you need to go into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like and of course I was like, in Australia, sure, of course I've got sharks everywhere. And I was like, why aren't more serial killers feeding? You always talk about, I watched Nip Tucks. Apparently, everybody feeds bad guys and gators in Florida. So I went in Australia, I guess it would be sharks.
Yeah, no, that totally tracks because there's a shit ton of sharks, and not just sharks, but those great white ones too, which those are huge. But yeah, that premise was it took a creature attack movie and also kind of turned it in not to a slasher, but it like combined kind of two subgenres of like animal.
Sort of like how Saul's not a slasher movie, but it kind of is at the same time.
Yeah,
and Dangerous Animals is kind of like that too, where it's not a slasher, but it kind of is.
Yeah, because it's like you got this psychotic guy who's killing people, but just with animals.
yeah, like he's not. I mean, he is doing the killing, but he's not the death blow. He's just the guy that sets it up for everything else to happen.
Him and Jigsaw are very very hands off when it comes to the actual killing of someone. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what'd you give that one? 3.5 out of 5?
3. Yeah, that one got 3.5 too.
Okay. All right.
That's the last 3.5er.
All right. My number 3, we had him on the show to talk about Psycho Cop Returns, is Psycho Cop Returns. Not just because he was on the show, because it was genuinely a fucking awesome movie. And God, I wish there was. I really wish he could do Robert Schaefer, if you're listening. If you could, I would really need you to do Hip Hop Psycho Cop. I mean, oh my God.
When he was talking about that on your podcast, so I was like, you don't need something until somebody says that that's a possibility. And I was like, yes, I need hip hop Psycho Cop.
The second he said that, I was like, I absolutely need that. But yeah, Psycho Cop Returns is so good, and even the original Psycho Cop is good. It's not as polished,
no,
not nearly as polished, and it doesn't have nearly the same comedy as I think Adam Rifkin wrote Psycho Cop Returns and even directed it. But Psycho Cop Returns is one of those like, oh wow, they took the first idea, or they took the original idea from the first movie and then just really had a lot of fun with it. Cheesy one-liners and all that.
Yeah, the first one's a little by the numbers slasher for the late 80s.
Right.
Which, and of course, at that point, it all kind of, that slashers, they kind of burned themselves out. But the second was like, you know what, let's just dial it up to 11 and just go crazy with it. And that's what they did. And I was like, and we appreciate you for it because it is.
Yep. That's exactly how I feel. We appreciate you for going up to the level you did because it was so much fun. Psycho Cop Returns. Let's see if, I don't know if that one is another one with rights issues because Vinegar Syndrome put out a Blu-ray for it that it went out of print immediately. Oh, it is on Tubi and Plex, so you can check out Psycho Cop Returns. But, go watch the first one. I mean, I guess you don't really need to watch the first one, but I suggest it just so you can see the glow up, like the massive glow up.
Absolutely.
So, okay. Your number 2.
My number 2 is Sinners.
Yes. Well, that's going to be talked about a lot on this one.
No, it's a really, really good movie. It falls in number 2 because it's very similar from Dusk Till Dawn.
That's really my only problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's minus the Tarantino giving himself the ultimate foot fetish scene.
Jesus Christ. that man wrote that movie and then wrote himself into that movie just to suck Salma Hayek's toe. Like, I mean, I get it, but not the toe. Like, you're such a freak, Quentin Tarantino. Yeah. Also, stop going on the internet and telling everyone that these actors are terrible because no one fucking cares. Just go direct another movie, Tarantino. Jesus Christ, I don't give a shit who you like and don't like. My God.
Yeah, exactly.
Rant over. Sorry.
Tell him.
No, Sinners. Sinners.
It's really
incredible.
Good. Of course. Everybody's going to talk about, that kind of the guitar scene where everybody's like going back to all the, everybody knows that scene. And then, of course, the Irish people out there outside doing their little dance and jig. And it was like, it's just a really, really solid movie. And of course, the very end was also pretty, the stinger at the end.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That was pretty cool. And you used Buddy Guy for that. And I was like, perfect.
Yeah,
that
ending was great because you're like, oh, I forgot about those guys, and then they come back and you're like, oh, this isn't gonna be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he said. It makes total sense. Gotcha.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense now. Yeah. So I had a big upswing with that one, and because when I think we mentioned it on the show at one point. Or maybe we didn't, but I wasn't too huge on it. And then I rewatched it again. Sometimes second viewings really help put a movie into perspective. So that one had a huge swing of I think maybe 2.5 points. So so that one will be, or 2.5 stars. So that one will be discussed later. But sure. Sinners, I mean, just visually, it's one of the most stunning films I've seen in quite some time.
Sure. Yeah. No, even like the opening scene where he comes into the church.
Right.
All yeah.
I was like, okay, this is what we're doing. Cool. Yeah. So, okay. I'm wondering, there's only one other movie I could think that could be your number 1, but I don't know if it's going to be that one. My number 2. So this is where I technically, I'm including it, but not including it because technically it should be Ghost Stories because that one got a 4.5, but I'd already seen that one. So,
that's right.
So The Wolf of Snow Hollow will take the second place because that movie was literally one of the most, it's probably my favorite werewolf movie. Like a horror comedy because they're, obviously like American Werewolf in London necessarily isn't funny, but it's campy. But this was like my favorite horror comedy werewolf movie. It was so hilarious. And then of course there's a great twist at the end too. I was like, oh shit, that's amazing. Yeah, just great quality film. So I really enjoyed The Wolf of Snow Hollow.
I forget his name, but the guy who wrote and directed it is the main character. He's good and stuff. I really like him. He's also in Last Stop in Yuma County. And Thunder Road was what he did for that too.
Oh, Jim Cummings, he's
Cummings.
great. Yeah, he wrote, directed, starred. I mean, what can't this guy do? And it was also cool to see, it had a pretty solid cast too. You had Ricky Lindholm, you had Robert Forrester. I was all right. I'm into this. This one's on Prime and Tubi if you want to check it out. It is, and it's that time of year too. It's it's colder months, and this takes place in a snowy environment, so I highly recommend that one. That one got a 4 out of 5 as well. All right, number 1, what do you got?
Yeah, number one is weapons. That's what number one is.
Okay. I was thinking it, but I was like, I honestly can't remember if he had seen that one this year. So
yeah, no, I've seen it, and I was like, this is awesome. I didn't see it in theaters, unfortunately, but I did see it at home. But I remember we were like watching it. All the lights were turned off. We were like, not sure why that AK-47 just appeared above a house, but I'm cool with it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, apparently the director doesn't know either. You know, I don't want to give it away because, if you did listen to the last episode was weapons, but you know, people are being weaponized in the movie, so that's what I'm taking.
Sure,
you know,
sure.
But yeah, so it's. Dude, 2 for 2, Zach Kreger, dude. I don't even understand.
Yeah. We'll see how Resident Evil comes.
Oh, that's I have full faith in this man. I think he can handle it. I mean, yeah, most of the Resident Evil movies aren't great, but they are good trash fun, you know?
Sure, I guess that's true.
I think I trust him. We'll see, though. You know, we will have to see, but I think it's in good hands, especially if it's like Mike Flanagan in The Exorcist. He's like, I've got a fresh idea, and I'm like, sure, okay. I trust you. If I mean, you know, Zach Kreger's not as established as Flanagan, but if he's got an idea that he thinks is going to work, dude, 2 for 2 with Barbarian and Weapons. So
I'm so bummed with Mike Flanagan because I remember several years ago. This is before the pandemic. The Craven estate was taking pitches for new Elm Street movies.
And he's like, put me in.
And he's like, I've got a perfect pitch for it. I was like, what is it? That's what I want to hear. I want to see that.
He said, I've got a perfect, I saw the tweet or whatever. It was like, I've got a perfect pitch. Put me in, coach. And I'm like, fuck, Mike Flanagan's slasher movie? Yes.
Please,
maybe.
Absolutely.
He's also
can't be worse than the remake.
No, God, no. Oh, that's worse than like Freddy's Dead. I mean, Freddy's Dead is like good fun, but it's not a good movie. But the remake is that's actually one of the few remakes that I do not like, because you know me and remakes, I typically like them a lot more than the originals. But God,
well, you said earlier you like everything.
Well, that's true, but not that one.
No, that one's real bad.
That one's really bad. Okay, so Weapons. All right, love it. I love seeing that at number one. Number one for me of the Jason picks is The Convent. 4.5 out of 5. That was the most fun I've had. That was obviously clearly my favorite Jason pick, but that was just one of the most fun times I've had watching a new movie to me, like a new movie to me that's older. Bro, I think I watched it. Did I watch it 2 more times this year? I don't know. I think I watched it at least twice.
I know you talked to the director.
I did talk to Mike. Not about that movie, but we are friends on Facebook now, and I'm going to try to get him on the show to actually talk about that movie. So, but yeah, it was so much it's so funny because it's a total like Night of the Demons kind of ripoff in a way, but it was so much more fun than Night of the Demons.
Sure. Yeah, no, for sure. It absolutely feels like that kind of movie.
Yeah.
And Coolio was a police officer randomly.
Yep. Randomly. Yeah. I stopped for a second. I'm like, okay, it's not LL Cool J. Who are you? I was like, oh, Coolio. Okay.
Coolio.
I mean, it's not it's not like a mid-90s or late 90s or early 2000s movie if you don't have some sort of established rapper. I mean, Halloween H2O had one, fucking Deep Blue Sea, you know, you got
Halloween Resurrection had one.
Resurrection, there you go. So, yeah, The Convent.
Leprechaun in the Hood.
That's right. See? Almost every franchise, you got to have one.
Yeah.
Gotta have a rapper. The Convent, if you care to watch this insanity that I loved clearly more than, 3.1 out of 5 is not terrible. This movie's everywhere. It's on Prime. It's on Tubi. It's on Screenbox. It's on Pluto. It's on Plex. Go check it out. It is demons and nuns and possession, and it's great. The opening
for a movie that I'm pretty sure went straight to video.
Oh,
in
what?
2000, and I did not. I'm 100%. I'm almost 100% positive it didn't get a theatrical release. If it did, it would have been like very small.
It's crazy because this feels like it was right out of the 80s too. Like when I saw 2000, I was like, okay, this will. I know what I'm getting in for, and then I watched it and I was like, wow, this doesn't feel. I mean, really, the only thing that like held me in the 2000s was Coolio. I was like, okay, I know it's this time, but it really feels like 86 or 87.
For sure.
So Well, there you have it. Excellent list. Definitely different than I thought it was going to be, but I really enjoyed every single thing you had. So that's my Jason picks. Next year, we're unfortunately going to have to stop the Jason picks, and it's not because I'm not having a great time, because I am. I just have to whittle down what I'm doing with the podcast, because this year I watched 3 movies a week that were solely just for the podcast. So if next year, halfway through the year, if I'm feeling like I have some more time, then I will gladly pick up the Jason picks again, because they are a lot of fun. But Jason is always welcome back to the show, of course, whenever he has time. I mean, we have a whole bunch of stuff planned for next year, so at some point we'll get together and do an episode on something. Because I think the last episode you were on was Society. Like that was a while ago.
I am by far your least infrequent co-host.
That's okay. You're with us in and that's why I like doing the Jason picks, because you're with us in spirit on every episode.
That is true. I did do the Halloween picks. Special app.
That's true. Oh, that's right. I was like, wait, no, that doesn't sound right. Well, we did do the Halloween special, which is what we're going to try to do every year. And next year, so even though I said I'm going to try to not watch 2 movies or more for the podcast, me and Jason are doing this cult movie challenge, where it's a different movie every week, and there's 52 movies, obviously. I think I got out of 52, I think I got 50 horror movies. So we're going to bring back the, what have you been watching lately? And I'm going to talk, I'm going to tell you what I watched and what Jason watched. Just so that way his spirit lives on in the podcast. He's like our resident, our resident ghost here, and he's the best. So, Jason, thank you for joining me on the first segment of our top 10. Always a joy to have you on. And next, we're going to introduce Spencer Lafferman, where we are going to do my top 10 worst movies of the year and his top 10.
Hello.
Top 10 of the year. This is fun. I have a top 10 worst of the year list, because I just want to show people that I don't enjoy everything. I don't typically like talking bad about movies, but it's here because if you listen to the show, I rate things very highly. But everything on this list is a 2 or lower. So,
dang.
Everything.
That's legit worse.
It's some bad shit. It's not good. So I will be doing that. You will be doing your top 10. Do you know? You said before we went on there, you've seen 200 new movies at the theater,
give or take. I don't know the actual number, but give or take,
something like that. So that
between the theater and that's just like new streaming, but new movies altogether for this year, I've seen about 200, give or take.
Let's just call it a fair assumption to say probably seen like 50 new horror movies for the year.
Easily.
Okay, easily. All right.
Easily.
So you've been pumping those numbers. I love it. There's really not much to preface this with. We just got to get into these lists, because I'm very excited to hear your top 10. I've already heard Jason's. Cory's will be next. And I feel like I know 2 movies are going to be top 5 for everyone, or at least I think, but I could be wrong. So you might prove me wrong right now. We'll see. So I will kick it to you. You're going to give me your number 10, and then we're going to work to 1.
All right. So my number 10, and this was a blind watch. I've only heard of it in the the festival circuit, but I've heard it was highly regarded. Bone Lake.
Lake
at 4.
Yeah,
4 stars. It was very good. It was I was shocked by how I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to go to the theater, and I kept combing the internet to see when it was going to be streaming, and it's just not. You can rent it.
Guess what?
Is it streaming?
I have it on Vudu, motherfucker.
Why didn't I check that?
I just got it yesterday.
Damn it. Oh, okay.
Because it just released 2 weeks ago on physical, and then just released.
Oh, there's a physical of that?
On Blu-ray,
Oh, shit. Maybe I'll just blind buy
Honestly,
that.
it's worth the blind buy.
Okay.
But if you want, I do have, it's only on Blu-ray for blind buy for physical, but I do have the 4K on Vudu if you want to just watch it on that first.
That's the one that eluded me this year since I missed it in the theaters, but I'll definitely have to check that out.
I really think you'd love it.
I know. It's got one of my favorite ratings. It's got like a 2.7 or a 2.8, and for some reason, I always give those movies 4 stars. I don't know what it is.
It was just so fun.
Huh, interesting.
It's so fun.
Isn't it sexy too?
I could go into my review, but just the preface is basically saying blood, it's horny, it's bloody, it's violent, everything a growing boy and girl needs.
Oh, perfect. Okay, love it. All right, so that's all right. I don't think that one's going to be mentioned again, which is good. So I like that you're coming in with that as your top 10. As your number 10. My number 10 worst of the year, coming in at 2 stars, is a movie called Glamping. It is a Tubi original. And let me tell you, there is not a glamp to be seen in this movie. It's a fucking cabin in the woods. I don't think the creators of this know what glamping is, but it's not a house.
I mean, it's Tubi, so like for Tubi standards, it sounds about right.
I will say, though, this was good for all of the wrong reasons.
Oh.
It was enjoyable because you're like, what's happening? What are the decisions we're making in this movie?
I had that the other day with a really bad Tubi movie.
Which Tubi movie was it?
I Know What You Did Last Christmas.
Oh, I started that one.
1 star.
God. That's the one I started.
It's so bad, bro.
Oh, that's the one I started, and then...
It's only like 71 minutes, and it's horrible.
I saw that, and I was going to watch it, but then got distracted, and then forgot what it was that
It's so fucking bad.
I'll have to watch that one. Yeah, so glamping is, like I said, it's good for all of the wrong reasons, but shockingly, Tubi has a pretty good production value. Like, it looks really good.
Some of the movies actually are decently looking.
Yeah, like it's got great lighting, and but it's failed at pretty much everything you could fail at in a horror movie. All right, sir, your number 9.
The Monkey.
Oh, yes,
with,
I love
4 star.
Yes, some love for The Monkey. That was a very divisive movie.
It was
much like Longlegs.
I mean, this one was also just a lot of fun. I love like just the lore and behind of a killer like monkey, but it's not like a live monkey. It's like what is that actually? What is that toy actually called? Is there an actual name for that?
I mean, it's not a cymbal monkey because it's got a drum,
right?
So I don't know, but usually they have cymbals. So it's
right. This was the drum one,
yeah.
but like the idea behind it was just so interesting to me. I mean, we've seen possessed things in movies all the time, but not a monkey.
And Gabby was always so irritated that they would show the cymbal monkey in the Conjuring movies and then never give it its own fucking movie.
And then we technically got it this time.
Technically, we got it, but. And honestly, I think this is no offense to the Conjuring universe. I love the universe, but I think this is better than anything they would have cranked out with a monkey.
Agreed. I mean, it was more of a dark comedy.
Yeah.
With a shit ton of gore.
It was like Final Destination meets Annabelle, because you have possessed object, but then people are dying in the most heinously hilarious ways. So.
I mean, yeah, you got somebody exploding in a pool. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was
awesome.
Great. I love the freeze frame too on that one kill when he just freeze framed, and I was like, yes, let me look at this in all of its glory, perfectly still on screen.
That was just like Bone Lake. I just had a blast.
And fun fact. The actor who everyone hated from Halloween Ends, who played Cory, he's actually in The Monkey as that kid with the really long hair.
That's him?
That's him.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep. I think Rowan something, I believe.
Is his name Rowan Campbell?
Is that what it is? Let me look it up.
I think so.
But I remember watching it, and I was like, I know this guy. He looks familiar, but something with the hair is fucking me up.
It didn't even.
Oh, Rohan Campbell. Nice.
Go me.
Two halves of a whole person right here. I love it. So yeah, he was in that, and I still need to see Silent Night, Deadly Night, and...
Yes, you do.
Dude, I wanted to go see it Tuesday, like yesterday.
Yeah.
Only time was 10 o'clock. I'm like,
yeah, there's 10. Yeah, it's only when
they
it first
they had 7s, but they went away with the 7s, and I was like,
they only had 2 showings when it first came out, anyways.
And it's pissing me off that they're giving indie movies these time slots because it's like they're never gonna do well. Give them like a 1 and then a 7 or something like that.
Yeah, there's I think tonight there's only one show. It's like 10:25.
So I want to see that at some point. But
that's another one that I think you would really enjoy. So like if you end up just blind buying, I think it's worth it.
I'm going to just blind buy it. I think they already announced a steelbook for it, so I'm just going to buy that.
Yeah, I mean, it's Cineverse. They did, it's the same person that did Terrifying Toxic Avenger, so there's always a steelbook with that 4K.
I just hope that this movie kind of changes people's opinion because it's... They don't like the character of Cory, but they also, some people just like, oh, I hate that actor because of his portrayal.
I didn't mind the actor at all as him as Cory.
Hot take, I liked Halloween Ends.
I liked him more in this than I did in Halloween Ends.
Does he kill Nazis in that too? I saw like a still frame of him killing Nazis.
In what?
In Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I love
one of the most. It's as satisfying as in Glorious Bastards. That scene is. Oh,
I'm so hyped.
That scene actually sold me for the rest of the movie once it happened.
Perfect. Love it. My number 9 for top 10 worst of the year is a movie called Don't Peek.
Don't Peek?
Don't Peek.
Huh.
It is a found footage-esque style movie involving a YouTube couple, and they are going down this rabbit hole of they discover this kind of something about a haunting and a serial killer, and they go down this like rabbit hole and they broadcast it to everyone. Good intentions, like the way they set it up was great, but the execution in the back half was really
that sounds super familiar.
You've probably seen the poster.
I think I've seen the movie.
Oh, okay.
I'd like because the premise sounds super interesting, and the way you're describing it is the same way that I feel if it's the same movie I'm thinking of.
I'm also kind of over the movies that do the YouTube thing. There's a few movies that have done that now, where it's a YouTube professional, like a YouTube famous person, and they're doing stuff. I don't know. It's been done a few times, and I'm like, all right, I'm kind of tired of this trope. But 2 stars for that one. It was really good in the first half, but then kind of fell apart in the back half. So 2 stars there. Your number 8.
28 years later at 4 stars.
Interesting. Okay.
Now, I've only seen it once, so that could change, honestly.
Okay.
But because I only saw it in the theaters with you.
Yeah.
Which, sometimes rewatches do change. But as of right now, it is 4 stars. I loved it. I thought it was great. I just thought some of the camera work and some of the editing choices very distracting to me, to where every time it happened, it took me out of the movie. So
and I
had to bring myself back into the movie.
That's what Cory and I talked about when we reviewed it, is like what I'm hearing is a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but there's like 50-50. We loved the cinematography because I'm like, this is wacky, wild shit, but then other people found it distracting. So there's the 50% right here.
but as the movie, I mean, never thought we'd get it. Yeah. So I'm happy we got it. I'm very happy with the result. I cannot wait for Bone Temple.
I'm so excited.
But yeah, some of the editing choices took me out of it, so I had to put myself back into the world. So
I feel a rewatch can help because as you will see with my next segment with Cory, there's a movie on there that I had a huge upswing with. So
I definitely will be rewatching it before I watch Bone Temple.
Okay, yeah,
for sure.
We should do Bro Day then and rewatch it.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's better with company, but if you want to do it solo, I totally understand that as well.
I mean, if we can,
if the stars align,
you're not gonna see me argue.
My number 8 is a movie called Tarot Curse.
Tarot, like tarot card?
Yeah.
Curse?
You remember the movie Tarot that came out?
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's not great. It's like a worse version than that. Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I do like the New Orleans setting, though, because very rarely do we get a horror movie that takes place almost...
I think the only thing that comes to mind is Hatchet.
Candyman 2 is in New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
Skeleton Key. There's a few.
But not a lot.
But they're usually just in New Orleans for a little bit and then they fuck off or something. But this is all in New Orleans, and it's a fun premise, but it's clearly derived from the tarot that came out, I think, last year. Again, good for all the wrong reasons. Would I watch it again? Absolutely. It's 90 minutes of pure stupidness. So that's that. 2 stars. What do we got for your number 7?
At 4 stars, we have Companion.
Okay, very nice. That
was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's honestly what I wish Megan was.
And we're not getting Soulmate, apparently.
Well, I mean,
it got canned, and
yeah, I mean, after the bullshit that Megan 2.0 pulled, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
Even though Soulmate was rated R, and it was confirmed to be rated R.
I want to see people getting kinky with robots. I have to see it.
But
at some point.
I mean, honestly, what I would have done is probably released that before Megan 2.0, just to see if people just to fill the water, because clearly people don't give a shit.
Well,
after the first Megan.
And what's really funny too is Megan was on my list of horror movies, but then after double checking, because I did that.
Yeah,
with
the second one's not considered a horror.
It's not on IMDb or Letterboxd, so I had to remove it, and I'm like, oh, all right. It's sci-fi thriller action.
And that is the absolute biggest reason why most people didn't like it or went to go see it in the theater.
I had just as much fun as I did with the first one, but just for completely different reasons.
I mean, I even, once it went on Peacock, I gave the unrated version a shot, and I didn't feel any different. I wasn't a fan.
That's fair. Yeah, that's why I love movies. It's just fun to see what works for people and what doesn't work for people. It's great. So those are number 7. My number 7, coming in kind of shockingly high on the list. Low on the list. This should be lower.
Mid on the list?
Should be lower, but it's not. It's Hell House LLC Lineage. What a just disaster this movie was.
I agree. It was not that good.
Stephen Cognetti, listen, okay? I love you and I love most of your work. Move on. It is time to move on.
Yeah, was this the 6th one?
6th one.
Yeah.
Wait, 1, 2, 3. There's 1, Abaddon Hotel, Lake of Fire, Origins, and 5th one.
5th one, okay.
Move on, dude. It's time. You are over-explaining the ever-loving fuck out of these movies and this clown that you are detracting away from your original work. The first one's a 5 out of 5. I think it's just my favorite found footage horror movie of all time. And the second one is a solid follow-up. Lake of Fire is a dumpster fire.
I really liked Origins.
I loved Origins.
And it should have ended on a high note.
So yeah, and it should have ended there. And apparently this was supposed to be part of a trilogy. Lineage was supposed to be part of a trilogy. And this was the middle part of the trilogy. So many questions. Can't confirm this.
What the F?
Can't confirm this 100%. But Joe Dane, who works at Terror Films, mentioned this in a post, and I'm like, this is very. But funding fell through on the other 2 or something like that. But
that happens.
I just need you to move on, dude. You just do something else, please. Just an utter disappointment, and especially coming off the high of Origins, I was like, okay, I'm into this, but they took away the found footage element, and I thought that was a bold move. Yeah, just not great. It's got a 1.8 out of 5, and I gave it a 2. So there you go. Your number 6, sir.
I had also 4 stars. Clowns on the Cornfield.
Ooh, okay. Jason also had that on his list. I like to see some love for.
A lot. It's just so fun.
It was a lot of fun. I can admit that movie was an incredible amount of fun.
Regardless of how it was slightly predictable at times, but like I sometimes I don't care. If I'm having fun, I'm having fun.
Well, and they also had like that little twist that I didn't. I was like, okay.
Like I said, it wasn't fully predictable. There were parts of it that I was like, yep. But then other parts I'm like, oh, okay. But like either way, like I just had fun with it.
Plus, I really love a killer clown that's just a mask, because most of the clowns that we get are genuine clowns.
Yeah,
like Stitches, Pennywise. They're actual. This is just a mask.
Just the mask.
And I like that. I thought that was fun. It's a good like teen kind of slasher that they really don't make anymore. You know what I mean?
And it did really well in the box office. So I'm really hoping there's, as of next year, there'll be 4 books. I've read the first 2. I have not read the 3rd one yet. But I am excited. I will pick up the 4th one.
I'm sure he would not mind if they did more movies. I mean, it got a steelbook release.
They did really well with it. There were some changes compared to the book.
But
in all honesty, not in like the way that I was like, ooh, the book's better or the movie's better. I think they're both good in their own right.
I assume
and like I said, it was low budget.
Yeah,
it did really well in the box office. If anything, I'd like to just see like the trilogy.
Yeah, just give us a trilogy.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm sure it's being worked on.
All right. My number 6. You did your 6, right?
Clown.
Okay, I'm just making sure I lose track. My number 6 is House on Eden. One of the biggest disappointments for me, I think, because.
Oh no, I agree with you on that.
If you don't know, if you're not on TikTok, this won't make any sense to you. But there's it's 2 TikTokers, Call Me Chris and Selena Spooky Boo, who are hilarious on their own channels, and then they did this. I figured at minimum this would be funny, even if the movie was garbage. I didn't laugh one time.
Well, even if it wasn't funny, like their skits that they do are smart,
so
are really
funny,
and they're really well written. So I'm like, okay, Chris wrote and directed this, and she writes her own skits, and I think they're all great. So I'm like, this can't be bad, right?
Right.
Wrong.
Not only is it totally unfunny, it has some of the, and I know they're doing the camera work, but it has some of the worst camera work I've ever seen for a found footage movie too, which is
and also for like what's it, like 70 minutes? Like the whole 70 minutes is just one big giant found footage trope.
Yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong, tropes are fine in movies, but if that's what your entire movie is based off of, don't do it.
77 minutes, nothing really happens until like 50 minutes in, and then there's no explanation for anything, and it's just there. It's just a chaotic mess. I love both of them. I think they're both hilarious, but this movie was
I will say one
fail.
Positive thing about that movie. The last 30 seconds was so intriguing that I wish the entire movie was like centered around what was happening in the last 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, I guess I do try to say positive things about. There was nothing positive for me to say about Hell House, unfortunately. But
yeah, like the last 30 seconds of Eden, I wish was what the movie was about. Like the lore behind that.
Well, yeah, I thought they would get into that because then you have that creepy lady at the gas station,
right?
And I was like, ooh, okay,
but
maybe
that's just like this is it, and that's all there is. I'm like. Okay.
Also, there were, I don't know if you noticed this, but there were so many shots of Chris's butt that felt intentional. And I was like, are you trying to show us your cake? Like, what's happening?
Yeah,
it was so random.
Don't get me wrong. Like at the end was necessary. Like the very end shots of all that.
Yeah, there was just
necessary.
a lot of just
but the rest
shots. I was like, what's happening?
Maybe she's just trying to sell it.
I mean, if I had a cake, I would too. So yeah, House on Eden, unfortunately very disappointed. And it just goes to show that, just because you're famous doesn't mean you can make a movie.
Correct.
So, number 5 for you, sir.
We're now entering the 4.5 realm, and I feel like this is a very hot take. Death of a Unicorn.
Oh. Oh, wait, sorry. This is not your top 10 worst. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I was like, what?
No, yes, I liked that.
Yes, my top 10 worst at 4.5 out of 5 stars,
dude,
bro.
I'm clearly missing the fucking point of...
Yeah, no, I fucking loved it.
Yeah, I think I gave that a 3.5 or a 4. I thought it was great. Gabby, not a fan.
Yeah, I mean, was some of the CGI wonky? Sure, but it's fucking unicorns. Like, sure. But I enjoyed it. I even had towards the end, I had Lost World, Jurassic Park vibes throughout the end with certain scenes with the.
Oh, there was a death that was totally reminiscent of a scene from Lost World.
I mean, so the big scene from there, without giving full spoilers, but so in the Lost World, which if you haven't seen that. Okay, this one's not spoiler, so that's not my problem. But in the Lost World, there's the scene where the 2 T-Rexes are going after the casts.
Yeah.
There's a scene in Death of a Unicorn where that's pretty much shot for shot, but with unicorns, and I'm just like flashbacks. I'm like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I really liked that one. I also thought it was hilarious. I loved Eyebrow Kid. I can't remember his name, but I loved his character.
Will Poulter?
Will Poulter, yeah. Just
he was great in that
snorting
movie.
Unicorn horn.
So great.
It was
like, what the fuck?
So great. Yeah, that's interesting. I like that. No, I like seeing that movie get some love.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
My number 5 is actually a movie I reviewed on TikTok. It was a movie that was sent to me by a company, and I hated doing a bad review on it, but I'm not going to lie.
Right.
It's called The Blade Cuts Deeper. It was a giallo-esque kind of slasher movie. That was, at least that's how it was presented to me on the website where you can go pick movies from that they will send you. And I was like, ooh, okay, cool. The only thing this movie had in terms of giallo was a black leather gloved killer, and that's about it. Most giallos have a very heavy police procedural aspect to them, which this movie lacked. And also the main character, who is described as a narcissistic host of an infamous real crime show, is just that. He is insufferable, and the way it ended just pissed me off. I was like, this is a terrible ending to this movie. I enjoy his ferocity, if that's a word, with his acting, but he was doing it too much. He was too intense.
He was overacting.
He was overacting too much. And I thought he was just doing that for the segments of the show, but then even in between those segments, he was just, I'm like, dude, you're at like a 12.
Right.
Maybe like a 9. So there were some good kills until they added CG into the mix. Like, I genuinely thought someone got stabbed in the face. I was like, wow, that was really realistic. And then they cut to a close-up, and it's just CG, like, bad CG. Like, you could see the nose was just, like, cropped and sunken in. And I was like, oh no. But again, it did look good. It had a crazy good soundtrack. It just did not hit for me. So another 2 out of 5, unfortunately. And now we are out of the 2 range, and we are into the 1.5s for me.
Oh,
so yeah, and it goes even worse from there.
Damn.
Number 4, good sir.
At 4.5, I have Together.
Oh snap! I love hearing some love for that movie. That movie was wild.
It was.
That movie was so much better than I ever could have possibly imagined. We saw that together, and I remember going in there like, I mean, it looks good, but, trailers can make a movie look good and it's not good. And I'm walking out like, what the fuck?
Honestly, the only thing going in there that I knew was going to be 100% was the chemistry, because they're married in real life. So I knew the chemistry was going to be off the charts.
I really think that sold the movie even more for me, because they are married in real life and so
everything felt real.
It felt real. They played off each other so well. And I love Dave Franco's just arc he's on. He's just...
Who knew that would be the better Franco later on in life?
Yeah.
Who knew?
The guy who pissed his pants that nobody forgets about in Superbad.
Right.
Yeah. People don't forget. It was like 7 years ago. Together was really good. I actually, because since you and I went to see that, Gabby missed out on it, and I bought the Blu-ray and showed it to her, and she was like, that was awesome.
Right.
Alison Brie, fantastic. Dave Franco, fantastic. Also, a bottle film. It's all at the house and around the house, so it's all one location.
Yeah, pretty much
for the most part. So together was really good. My number 4, coming in at a 1.5 star, is Fear Street Prom Queen.
Yep.
What a fucking mess.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate because the other trilogy was like, they're all, I think, 4 stars minimum.
Yeah.
They were so good. So I was looking forward to this.
Yeah. Jason mentioned that. He was like, it's such a shame because the first 3 were so good. I think I gave all of them 4 because they were all good in their own respect. But this one was like, hey, did you know it's the 80s? It's the 80s. Let me remind you.
They just threw up all over us about the 80s. I'm like, God. I get it. Like, cool.
I totally understand. This is 1988. I get it.
I got it from the poster.
But there were so many questions about the killer. I mean, I did like the look of the killer and like the red leather kind of suit. And there were some pretty solid kills. But it just failed on almost every single level a movie could fail on.
Right.
1.5 stars. That is a Netflix original. And I'm not far off on my rating because it's only got a 1.7. I remember before we watched it was that low. And I was like, but no, there's no way, right? Oh, no.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. So, yeah, just unfortunately not good. I hope they do more, but please do it better.
Right.
Number 3, sir.
Now we're entering the realm of 5 stars.
Ooh,
first
baby
5-star
doll.
up, Weapons.
Oh, Weapons at number 3. Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I like where this is going. Yeah, that one is hard. That one and Sinners, I'm assuming, is just going to be in everyone's top 5.
It should be, at least.
It's hard to deny. I feel like a film brat where it's like, no, this movie deserves it. No, it really does.
And honestly, I mean, even though Weapons made my top 3, it did move.
Oh, interesting.
It did move.
Where was it originally?
2.
Oh.
It did move.
Then I know what bumped it out of number 2. I know, because something came out recently. No, yeah, Weapons is just incredible. I've watched it 3 times this year, and it's just like Hereditary. If I could give it 6, I would give it 6.
Right.
My number 3, Popeye's Revenge. There was 2 Popeye movies this year.
I don't know if that's the one that I saw.
You probably saw Popeye the Slayer Man.
Yeah, I saw the Slayer Man. I did not see the Revenge.
Which is funny because on the poster for Popeye's Revenge, it says from Sailor to Slayer. Because they probably couldn't use the Slayer Man.
Right.
Oh, good Lord.
That's right. I did see a Slayer Man because it had the better rating out of the 2.
Yeah, and that one got a 2.5 out of 5 for me because it was good, but it was
I think that's the same exact thing I gave it.
They gave Popeye this dumb fuck backstory, and he just looked goofy as hell, but there were some decent kills. I will give it that. There were some pretty solid practical effects. I think all of it was practical minus like 1 or 2. But all of the characters, there was not one redeemable they were all shitbags. And it's like, dude, you got to give me one person at least that
I like. Come on.
Everyone was like cheating on each other. Oh, it was a mess. It was so much more focused on the dynamic of who was cheating on who with what person. Whew. 1.5 stars, baby. And now we are entering the 1 star.
Oh, man.
All right, you're number 2.
Sinners.
Oh, I was incorrect. Okay.
That also moved.
From 1?
Yeah.
All right, now I know.
So now you know what. Now you know. Yeah, Sinners at 2.
I mean, what can you say about Sinners that hasn't been said by everybody? I mean, it's just fucking good.
It's so good.
It's so goddamn good.
And it's still. I thought. So I saw it in IMAX, which it was filmed in that way. So I thought there's no way that like it's going to translate as good as it was in the theaters than watching it at home. I was wrong. That one particular like music generational scene still transcends me. And I think it's 100% because of the aspect ratio change during it. It just takes you in a whole different world.
Oh yeah, because that's like the one time where they actually expand slowly.
Right, but it's also as the camera moves.
I know.
So it's like everything's moving. It's like you're watching you're just transported in a whole new world, and it gets me hard every time. I love it. Oh my god, bro. It's not even a joke.
Rock hard.
Like if I ever met Ryan Coogler, I'd be like, bro, I don't know what you did, but that one scene gets me rock hard every time, and it's thank you. I would shake a man's hand and tell him that his movie got me hard without question.
Yeah, that's totally normal.
Right?
Not him, the movie.
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah.
He might have wrote it, but that's not the point.
That's not the point.
That's not the point.
Yeah, and I was also surprised or happy to know that the aspect ratio changes were there on the 4K that I have because they switched back.
Oh, they did it. They even did it on. They did it on the digital. They did it on the 4K. They did it everywhere.
Oh, good.
Even
okay.
on HBO Max.
Oh, good. That's
because
amazing.
I actually watched it on HBO Max before I bought it again, just because it came out before.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to watch this again. And I was like, oh, the aspect ratio changed on there too because they don't always do that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was probably Coogler was like, you gotta fucking, I did this, you gotta make it. You gotta make it so.
100%.
Yeah, that's another movie that had a very big upswing for me because I rewatched it. I put my personal petty vampire lore reasons aside and watched it for a fucking film, okay?
And that's what you need to do with certain movies. You do.
I had to do that with another one that'll be mentioned later. So, coming in at number 2 for me, at 1 star.
Oh, yeah.
The Strangers Chapter 2.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, bro. Jesus Christ.
And this is not even a movie I can say anything positive about. I would be reaching if I said there was one positive thing. I mean, I guess I did like Madeline Petch. I thought she was fine. You know?
I mean, her coming off of like stardom of like a CW show of Riverdale, like, yeah, she was perfectly fine.
Yeah, but going into I was so excited because the first one was a 1.5. It was on a list last year, I believe, and I remember we watched this. I was like, there is absolutely no way. There's no way it can be worse.
Well,
and
it was.
I mean, that whole scene when she was in the woods with the animal. The fuck was that?
Somebody saw The Revenant and said we could do this
with a fucking boar. Oh my god!
Speaking of boar, the whole movie was just a bore.
It was
nothing happened.
Like
nothing. Nothing happened. Even like when stuff happened, nothing happened.
Yeah, it was painfully it was excruciating. But this is a very weird. It's very bizarre because I'm so hyped for Chapter 3. I'm so excited to see like how bad they can it get worse than this? Will the next one be a 0.5 star?
Right. I don't know.
It comes out in January, right? Or whatever.
February.
We're going to see it.
Well,
at this
of course
point.
we are.
We have to.
We got stuff.
But yeah, so stay tuned next year when I'm sure I will report back on, because we're going to be bringing back next year recently watched, so that'll be mentioned at some point when I see it. All right, your number 1, I know what it is, but just tell me.
At 5 stars, Frankenstein.
Yeah, baby, that's amazing. Love it.
I'm so pissed that I didn't see that in the theaters.
I'm just pissed at why Del Toro. What do you like? Why did you go to Netflix? Because they were the only ones probably willing to give him the money.
To be fair, the last movie he did, also Pinocchio, went to Netflix.
Oh yeah.
But here's the thing: we got a physical release, and we're also going to get one of Frankenstein.
Yeah, we got a Criterion release of Pinocchio.
Well,
yeah.
honestly, if you look at all of Del Toro's movies, I think they all have a Criterion release.
Oh, that's
except
true.
for Hellboy.
Hellboy.
So I'm pretty sure Frankenstein might get a Criterion release, which would be fucking awesome.
Because I have Pan's Labyrinth, I have The Devil's Backbone, I have Kronos. Yeah, they all.
Shape of Water got one.
Shape of Water. Well, that's what I love about Criterion is they get most of the directors, like David Lynch. I think I have every one of his films besides like the Twin Peaks stuff from Criterion.
And Twin Peaks is also Criterion.
Oh, they do have one?
Yeah, the Twin Peaks movie.
Oh, the movie is Fire Walk With Me.
Yeah, that's Criterion.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, so
gotcha.
Now I could have seen Frankenstein in the theater, but the closest one that was playing it was 27 miles away.
Ugh.
I mean, the ticket was only $9, but driving 27 miles away, and I looked in the theater, it was tiny. I'm like, I'd rather just seen it.
Our AMC didn't show it?
No, if they did, I would have been there. I would have been absolutely there.
Boo.
Yeah, the closest one to us was 27 miles away.
Oh, geez. But probably Disney, right?
No, it was some random bumfuck Cinemark.
Oh, it wasn't even an AMC.
No, it was some bump. If it was an AMC, I would have done it because I would have been able to see it for free, technically.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, some random bumfuck Cinemark that, and the theater had only 30 seats. I'm like,
pass.
I'll just watch it at home, which I did. But
so good.
So much I could say about it.
Just dripping with Del Toro in every aspect, and
so
Jacob
beautiful.
Elordi was amazing.
Lordy was amazing.
Oscar Isaac, incredible.
He was great, even though Oscar Isaac I feel like was miscast in a sense. I'm not upset with the casting.
I think that's the best he's ever been.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just don't know. There was something about it that the whole time I'm like, I wonder if somebody else was ever supposed
on
to be
the
cast.
table, yeah.
Right, besides him. But Mia Goth playing dual roles was fantastic because I didn't realize that till after I saw it.
Double dosage of Mia Goth.
Right.
She loves doing that.
She does.
X and Frankenstein, just keep doing that.
And she does it well because you don't know it's her.
Yeah.
The makeup, they just basically took off her eyebrows for this one, but still.
Yeah. It's
still.
I didn't know I needed to see Mia Goth in Victorian era clothing, but
right.
man.
And you know what this movie just taught me? Women just want leaves.
They just want leaves.
And it's like, fuck flowers, bro. Just give me a leaf.
Give me a leaf.
No, but we could fill an entire podcast of just how I felt about that movie.
I think we're doing that one next year, I think.
Ooh, groovy pants.
I do believe. I'll double check.
That would be a 6 out of 5 if I could.
Okay.
100%.
My number one is going to be interesting because I don't think anybody knew this was actually labeled horror, and it is labeled horror on IMDb and Letterboxd, and that is War of the Worlds.
The Ice Cube one?
The Ice Cube one.
I mean, I can see how that's a horror movie because it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
The only reason why I watched it is because it was under 90 minutes, and I saw it was horror.
I didn't finish it.
Oh, so bad.
I turned it off in 25 minutes.
It was so fucking bad. It is one of the worst movies I've seen. I mean, I know I have Strangers out of 1, but only because the first, chapter 1 was a 1.5, and I can't rate them both the same if one was worse. This is literally one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and I have a running joke on Letterboxd because I think it's funny and no one else probably does. But the only movie I've given a half star is Manos: Hands of Fate. That's my stupid joke because that is the worst movie ever made. But yeah, War of the Worlds, my God. Even from the aesthetic of the all being done on the computer, which I like. What is it? Unfriended and Unfriended Dark Web.
Missing pretty much.
Yeah,
did that.
Missing does that. This is oh my God. The camera is bipping all around the screen and going here and going there. And then the plot, I was like, who made this? And it gets a full star because one, every movie gets a half star for being made, but it gets an extra half star because how did they get Ice Cube for this? Is he hurting for money right now? I mean, what are you doing, Ice Cube?
He could have just been bored.
I'd have just been bored. It was a just detestable movie. Nothing positive to say about it other than it. I mean, it did put me to sleep. I had to wake up and kind of restart it a bit. So it's a good sleep aid if you really need to fall asleep quickly.
Like I said, I could not finish it, and I don't plan on going back to finish it.
It's the best melatonin I've ever taken in my life. So there you go. Booyah. Fantastic top 10. Love. Yours was very, very interesting. A lot of stuff, a lot of interesting stuff I didn't expect. So
thank you.
Keeping me on my toes here. Next,
I do my best.
No, it was good. I like that. I really enjoyed it. So that's my top 10 worst. Next segment is going to be Cory doing his top 10, and I will be doing my honorable mention. So please welcome Cory Johnson.
Heyo, 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 heyo. That's 10. The top 10 heyos.
Oh man, I remember when he used to do a different one each time. I should have prepared. I should have gotten clips.
I don't think I did it 10 times.
Oh man, that would have been great. Oh, so here we are. Cory's top 10, my top 10 honorable mentions. I watched a lot of movies, as I've said in the previous 2 segments, but I wanted to, for example, I rated 22 out of 85 horror movies at a 4-star, which is kind of crazy. So here's some that didn't make the cut. 4 movies that I didn't want to put on the top 10 because they were sequels or remakes. So Conjuring Last Rites, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Wolfman, and The Black Phone. 4 movies that I enjoyed way more than everybody else that didn't feel like they fit on the top 10 either. Match, Locked, The Home, and Him. And then we have one movie that, even though I gave a 4-star, I'm still very torn on it and didn't know what the fuck to do with it. And that's Shelby Oaks, which is, it's a good movie, but I don't know. So the top 5 that didn't make the cut, they were on the cusp of almost being in the top 10. We have The Long Walk, Until Dawn, Marshmallow, which I've heard no one talk about, and everybody should watch that, Dangerous Animals, and The Gorge. So those are all the movies besides the top 10 that I gave 4 stars. It's too many horror movies, and the thought process behind how I had to get 85 was stupid, and I hate it, but here we are. Next year, I'm just gonna watch. I'm just gonna not even try to hit a specific number at this point. I say that though, but that's a fucking lie.
It's always all of them. Like, as many as I can put in front of my eyeballs, I'm going to watch them.
If it's not, it's not my fault that the back half of the year they're just like dumping everything. It's very easy to keep up in the beginning. It's very, like, the first 6 months are cake. I had like 20 or 30, and I was like, cool, this is great. And then July through December happened, and I was like, all right, this is too much. So let's just jump right in here to these lists, because now I gotta find mine. I have too many lists on Letterboxd. Honorable mentions. There we go. So, Cory, you have watched how many horror movies this year?
So this list is gonna have a total of 12. The year's still not up, so I still have some time to get a few extra in. Obviously, they're not going to make this list at the time of recording, but I'm sure I'll mention them at some point. In honor of your honorable mentions, I have a dishonorable mention.
Love it.
And it is a case study to be seen. This man's fall from grace. Fucking Stephen Cognetti's Hell House Lineage. I rated this bitch a 1.5.
1 out of 5. Wow. Yeah.
It was such a depart from the source material that it's just a nothing movie.
It did nothing for me.
The story tells me nothing about anything. The characters, while yes, they are from the previous movie, it's just like, who are these people? What is going on?
Why did we stop with the found footage aspect? That was the key thing of every movie, and now we're doing it traditional? No, stop. I don't like it.
No.
Not a fan. Yeah, I agree with that. I think I gave that one, what it was, a 2-star. 2-star. I mentioned that with the segment with Spencer. Not great. There are definitely worse movies that I would not watch, or I would watch Hell House over, but it was still very bad. Not a fan. I love the dishonorable mention, though. That's great. Love that. Oh, I should also mention that this is our second time recording because of an audio issue and just so many things, so many variables. I had a fucking shotgun mic plugged into my mixer because I was getting audio, like room stagnant audio for Dust Bunnies, and that's why I was hearing humming, because now I don't hear the humming, and I didn't put it together until after. So apart from my list being utter chaos, we had an audio issue, so we're doing this again. All right, so you had a dishonorable mention, and then what is your honorable mention?
Yeah, so my runner-up for the year is Shadow of God. I gave it a 3.5. If it was just a little bit more cohesive, it would have probably beat out my number 10 because it's a really cool concept. It's just execution in the entire movie is just bad.
That one was like 1 or 2 away from making my worst of the year. There was a few others that really beat it out, though, because I like Shadow of God. It was fun, and then halfway through I'm like, I don't know if I'm enjoying this anymore. I love the concept.
Well, and see, for me, I feel like the vastly cartoonish ending that happens, that's what saved it for me. That's what bumped it up to the 3, because I was like, all right, you're gonna introduce this insanely heady concept, and then you're gonna try and justify it. So if you're gonna try and justify it, the end's gotta justify the means. And with that kind of level of cartoonishness, I'm like, all right, that's kind of the only way you're able to do that.
Is that the ending? I'm not going to spoil it, but in the barn, right? Aren't they in like a? Or,
with the dad and the son and the whole monologue.
No, actually, okay. Now I remember. Yes, I did enjoy that. Okay, yes.
Yeah, you get this entire movie about like faith and what it means to lose your faith personally.
Yeah.
Even though that's what got you through the shit that almost killed you.
Correct. Okay.
And then they hit you with that ending.
You're like, damn. All right. So dishonorable mention, honorable mention. Hit me with your top five. Your number 10.
My number 10, Conjuring Last Rites. I gave it a 3.5. I went into length about this last time. This time, not even going to do it. It doesn't deserve it.
It was good enough.
Yeah, it got a 3 because the scares were very, very good. They had great scares. Everything else about it, meh.
Yeah, Gabby said it was just kind of like a mishmash of all the previous movies, and the story wasn't as interesting, but the scares, she's going to say it better than I will, but she basically said what you said the first time we recorded. My number 10, I've switched my list around just a bit because as I was adding new things, I decided to tweak it just a skosh. So coming in at number 10 for me is The Twin. I talked to the director of this movie on the podcast, JC Doler. So if you want to hear my thoughts and feelings and opinions on it, go check that episode out. I just related to this movie very personally on an addiction level. I felt it was kind of a metaphor for addiction, and yeah, it just hit me in the feels and it worked for me. So that's my number 10. What is your number 9?
My number 9 is a movie called Hard Eyes. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I was originally going to rate it lower until I started talking to you about it, and we went back and forth, and you were like, oh yeah, well, the director Josh Rubin. And then I was like, wait, is it this Josh Rubin? And you were like, I can't find another Josh Rubin. And then we did some digging, and it is that guy. And I was like, all right, this movie went from like a 2 to a 3.5 because you have to really understand the director's style of comedy
100%
to understand just anything in this movie, because it's not a comedy horror and it's not a horror comedy. It's just the way people are acting and the things that are happening happen to be humorous.
Yes. He has, I think we mentioned this on Jason's segment, or I don't know, maybe it was the weapons episode. I can't remember anymore. Everything blurs together, but it's imperative that you see the show he's on and see his humor to fully appreciate what is happening in Hard Eyes. So I definitely agree with that. And I didn't even put it together until you and I were talking, and I was like, oh, I know Josh Rubin. I've seen him before, but I didn't know the face to the name, whereas you knew the name and the face. And I was like, yeah. Oh. So then on the rewatch, I was like, yeah, this makes a lot more sense now. So let's see. My number 9 is Good Boy. And this is more, I mean, really, this is on the list because of it's from the dog's POV. It's Gabby's movie that she wanted to make that we just never would have the funds to make. And that dog, Indy, definitely deserves some sort of award because that is some of the best fucking dog acting I've ever seen in my life. I wouldn't say necessarily the movie is a 4-star movie, but I had a 4-star time with it, and the story did things that I didn't expect it to do. It was just a really well done indie horror movie that all took place at one location. So if you haven't seen Good Boy, check it out. It is I know that one's on Shudder for sure, and I'm pretty sure The Twin is as well. So The Twin and Good Boy from me both have 4s. Pretty much everything on this list except my top 2 have 4 stars. So what is your number 8?
My number 8. I went into this movie wanting to hate watch it. Because I'm a huge fan of the source material game that it pulls from. At a 3.5 out of 5, Until Dawn.
Nice.
I so wanted to hate this movie, and as I'm sat there watching it, I'm like, all right, they have like 1 or 2 things from the game. Cool.
Sure.
but the story itself and the way they do it, like the Groundhog Day thing has been done 100 million times, and it's almost stale at this point. But the way they do it is so good, and the kills are so brutal. Like and there's the most comically shocking kill that I've seen to date because it's preempted by absolutely nothing.
Right. Yes.
We've without spoiling it, we've talked about Frankenhooker episodes ago.
Yep.
It's a kill from Frankenhooker, and it's done so much better.
And it's also a kill from Ready or Not at the end of that movie. So if you've seen Ready or Not, then you will know exactly what we're talking about. And yes, I love how it just came out of nowhere. I remember, I'm pretty sure that one, like, blew me back in my seat. I was like, what the fuck's happening?
I paused the movie and gave the heartiest of belly laughs for probably like 75 seconds straight.
I love it. Yeah, that one's directed by David F. Sandberg. He also did Annabelle Creation and Lights Out. So that when I saw his name attached to it, I was like, okay, I have faith in this, but I've also never played the game, so I went in with no context really for anything. So I'm obviously going to like it more than the average person. Same thing with Five Nights at Freddy's. I'd never really played the games, and I love the movies, and those movies are very divided. My number 8 is The Decedent. This one was on Jason's list as well. I really enjoyed it. We kind of talked about it already, but I love that they brought something different to the found footage genre, and Andrew Bowser is in it, but not doing the bit that he normally does. So he was much more tolerable and a pretty strong actor, if I do say so myself, like playing a regular guy. He's kind of like the handyman of this mortuary that it takes place at. So I really like that one. 4 out of 5. This one's on Tubi. I don't think it's a Tubi original, but it is on Tubi. So hit me with your number 7.
My number 7, a movie that you introduced me to, and I'm very happy you did, because sometimes, like, you send me a lot of movies to watch, and I'm like, all right, I just got to start picking and choosing, because I don't have the same type of, like, movie time and commitment ability that you do. Because, like, your wife loves... Okay, I'm going to say this. Your wife loves the movie watching experience with you. She doesn't love all the movies that you watch.
Correct.
But she likes to do it.
Yeah.
Jessica sometimes she's like, no, I'm not watching a movie right now. I don't want to do that.
Fair.
So, and the good TV is upstairs. So I don't want to bogart the good TV just for my screamy, shouty, bloody movies.
Screamy, shouty.
This one, I think it's tie. Out of 4 out of 5, it's a movie called Host.
Not from 2020, not the host from 2020. It's from this year.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's from this year. And it's way longer than the found footage 2020 pandemic movie Host.
Yeah, that movie is like
also 50... a great movie, but this one is way better. Austin and I say this all the time. It may not be a fresh idea to the culture that it's coming from, but since we're not a part of that culture, it's a fresh ass idea. Mm-hmm. And this was a fresh ass movie. And it was one of those things where, I was like, oh, wouldn't it be awesome if this happened? And then that thing happened. I'd be like, oh, so is it because this happens? And then the movie said, oh yeah, and it's because this happens. And you're like, fucking awesome. The way the story is told, it's like, it makes you think and it makes you want, and it gives you exactly what you're thinking and exactly what you're wanting.
It's the best kind of movie experience, honestly.
Yeah. And even though the CG is at times a little wonky, the scares that they do are fantastic. Mm-hmm. The big bad is so ultra creepy.
Oh yeah.
The use of the land that they're on is really awesome. It's a super awesome movie. Like, I know some of our viewers probably don't like reading movies. I implore you, go read this movie.
Yeah, please. I love foreign horror so much, and I will always advocate for it, because honestly, a lot of times it's just better than American horror. I've watched,
and it's so different.
It's so different, and it's so rooted in culture and lore. And you're right, like, it might not be fresh to residents of Thailand, but this movie was like walking past a bakery and smelling. It was like a cartoon scents hit my nose, and I was like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
What is that fresh smell? And then I just glided over to the bakery, and it was so tasty. This movie was amazing, and also pretty gruesome too. There was some pretty not bloody deaths, but like the aftermaths of deaths. Like that one girl who was by the well and was just in shambles.
Oh yeah,
top notch.
Yeah, and the other, there's like some really emotionally gruesome things that happen too.
That too, yeah.
Like certain characters get set up. And then it's like, all right, we're going to set you up to punch you in the gut. Yeah. And then we're going to punish you for it.
Yeah.
We're going to punish you for us punishing you.
Yeah, it's a good one. I don't know how that one came across my radar, but I saw it and I was like, host, wait, what? Oh, 2025, this is new on the list. So yeah, that was a good one. I think I gave that one a 3.5. My number 7 is another foreign horror movie. I believe this one is this one's from Indonesia, but still a foreign horror that I recently watched. I paired it with Host. I watched Host and then this. It's called Parawangan. Very much vibes like Satan's Slaves, and I'm like 90% sure that the exterior shots of the house used in the film was the same house from Satan's Slaves. I don't know, but it looked very similar. It's a really good demonic, ghostly movie that I was kind of like, all right, this feels like Satan's Slaves. And then, going into the third act, lore dump, explanation, bonkers third act. And I was like, you got me. I was like, you son of a bitch, you got me. So that's a 4 out of 5 for me. Also on Shudder. I really fucking love that one, and I haven't heard anybody talking about it. So your number 6.
My number 6, continuing the run of 4 out of 5s. I'm going to say this is probably in my top 3 of the franchise. Creeping up possibly into the top 2 the more I think about it. VHS Halloween.
Yes. Okay.
It was so good. Some of those shorts were deeply disturbing. We talked about this on the first recording. The I can't remember
Kid Print or whatever.
Kid Print, yeah, whatever the short was called. But the Kid Print one was absolutely terrifying. My favorite one was probably the 2 girls that go trick-or-treating.
Yeah, first segment, yes.
The first segment. But the more I think about it, I really, really like the Just Take One segment because of just how batty it gets.
I don't know if you know this or if I've said this on the show, but the director of that short, Casper Kelly, also directed a lot of stuff for Adult Swim, but specifically something called Too Many Cooks. If you've never seen Too Many Cooks, go watch that on YouTube. Then go watch the segment Fun Size or Bite Size or whatever. Just Take One, whatever the fuck the one is where they get pulled into the candy basket, and it'll make a lot more sense because Too Many Cooks is the wildest fucking shit. It's like, have you ever seen unedited footage of a bear? Have you ever seen that?
Yes, I have.
It's same vibe.
Or have you ever seen, this is going to be a fun tangent. Have you ever seen any of the Off the Air series?
Oh, yeah.
So the first time I ever saw an Off the Air thing was in high school when I was at a friend's house on mushrooms and they pulled up the Off the Air food one.
Oh, God.
With the guy that's putting all the fucking bananas on his face and lighting firecrackers. It was a traumatic experience.
Adult Swim, man, they did some weird shit, and I love them for that. So
they're still doing weird shit.
Oh, good. That's good. Yeah, but that segment was great. I also really loved the last segment of the haunted house because that shit got bonkers. It's on my list, and I'll tell you my feelings when I get there. It's just a couple up, but I agree. It's a very strong entry in the VHS universe. Number 6 for me is another movie that I spoke to the director on, Grafted, Sasha Rainbow. We had a chat on the November bonus episode, I believe. So again, just like The Twin, if you want to hear my thoughts and feelings on Grafted, go check out that episode. It's just a great social commentary on so many things, stellar performances, and this was her first like feature-length film. It was just really good. So go check that one out. There is a physical copy that Umbrella released you can buy, or you can check it out on Shudder. All right, we're in the top 5 now. What is your number 5, sir?
My number 5 was a breakout success movie for like 50% of people. The other 50% absolutely fucking hated it. At a 4 out of 5, Sinners. I thought it was super fucking cool. The way they shot it was amazing. The music and soundtracking was so goddamn good. Mm-hmm. I get what the message is supposed to be, but that's not what I care about. I care about the experience of the movie. Yeah, racism, blah blah blah. We get it. America sucks. And
white people are terrible.
And white people.
I'm part of the problem, and I hate it. Like, I hate it.
Man, just fucking cool. Well, they get to be. It starts off as like lame whiteo vampires, but then you get like cool, swanky black vampires, and they make it just so cool, and it's dripping with style.
Yeah.
Like I have never thought like near depression era clothing could look cool on people, but god damn it if Michael B. Jordan doesn't make everything he touched in this movie look so fucking cool. And I don't even like Michael B. Jordan like that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we mentioned this at some point before, not on the first time we recorded this even. I'm pretty sure he came up and we're just like, I'm not huge on him. I liked him as Killmonger, but he fucking crushed this role, and I agree.
And technically, he crushed it twice.
Twice, yeah, which is insane. So yeah, Sinners is I had a big upswing on Sinners, so we'll get to that one on my next list. Number 5 for me is a movie that I've heard 0 people talking about, except for one friend on TikTok. Shout out to Pat. You can tag, or I wish I could tag him, but I can't. This is fucking audio. Best Wishes to All. It is a J-horror movie, and it's a great commentary on kind of the culture over in Japan. I don't think you necessarily need to know anything about it to understand it, as they do explain it but not hold your hand. But as someone who frequents J-horror movies, I have the basic understanding for the culture in Japan, and it's just very creepy, very visually pleasing to the eyes, and I really enjoyed it. 4 out of 5. Best Wishes to All. I'm pretty sure all of these are on Shudder. Yes, everything I've mentioned so far is on Shudder, so way to go Shudder, killing it with releasing all these movies. All right, your number 4.
My number 4 is another ultra divisive movie in the community. I gave it a 4 out of 5. It's Weapons.
Okay. Love it.
I goddamn love this movie. Jessica fucking hated it. So division in the same household. I am so excited to see what Zach Krager does, because he's just horror's little sweetheart right now.
Yeah, he's cooking. Just let him stay in the kitchen. He's killing it.
Yeah.
My number 4. Oh, this is one of the biggest upswings I had this year. Number 4 is Companion for me. I remember watching this movie, guessing what I thought, what the quote unquote twist was in the opening scene of the movie, which I won't spoil. And if we hadn't watched a certain movie at the beginning of the year, I probably would have never clocked it. But I spent so much time in the theater focusing on the fact that I knew what was happening. It's not even about that reveal. It is about so much more than just that. And I think this actually, a second watch is not necessarily required, but it's almost better on the second. At least for me, it was better on the second watching. So Sophie Thatcher's great. Jack Quaid is great. Harvey Guillen from What We Do in the Shadows, he's great. It's a solid movie. This is the only one that's not on Shudder. This one's on HBO Max. Oh, and Prime. There you go. But yeah, Companion was solid.
We can all agree that Jack Quaid is just better than Dennis Quaid, right?
As an actor and just as a person, because I've heard Dennis Quaid is not the greatest guy.
But just like the quality of movies that Jack Quaid has been in already.
Oh, absolutely,
is better than Dennis Quaid.
Oh,
okay,
absolutely.
Cool. As long as we can agree on that.
Absolutely. All right, sir. Top 3. Here we go. What is your number 3?
My number 3 at the last 4 out of 5 on this list is an Irish movie with, if I remember correctly, it's basically an all-woman cast, which is even better. Frightmares.
Yeah.
This movie was wild. I loved the lore that they were basing it off of, and I loved how the movie escalated very clearly in regards to the warnings of one of the characters. Like, one of the characters is like, don't do this, this will happen. Don't do this, this will happen. And then the main character reads a book and it's like, don't do this or this will happen. And every time she does it, that exact same shit happens.
Yeah, I loved it. I'm so glad that movie is getting some love, because that will also be coming up for me shortly. And it's just so good. Plus the reveal of what is happening. I had never seen, I mean, I'm sure they exist, but anytime I say I've never seen, it's just because I personally haven't seen a movie based on this type of lore. And I was like, ooh, that's very interesting. And then I looked up.
I've only seen one other, and I can't remember the title of it at the moment. It's these two parents and like their kid gets snatched instead of what's happening in this, but it's the same same cause. I'd have to look it up. It's in my diary somewhere.
Yeah, it's a movie that is very original. And then I looked up kind of the lore and, you know, like the quote unquote facts of this thing that's revealed. And I'm like, oh, they nailed the actual real life lore to a T, so that was fun. Freywaga is super underrated. I think that one just slipped under everybody's radar. My number 3, already been mentioned, VHS Halloween, literally would have been a 5 out of 5, and my favorite in the franchise had it not been for kid print. I think this is, every single short is as good as the last one. I think there's 5, so 4 out of 5. I was like, this is incredible. And I had heard people complaining about, you know, violence towards kids. And I'm like, I love violence towards kids. This is great. And then I saw what I thought everyone was talking about and laughed at it. And I was like, either I'm a sick fuck or everyone's just a little too sensitive, because that was really funny. I feel like we all saw Bloodlines, Final Destination, and everyone laughed at that scene. But then I got to the actual... It's a whole segment, and I was like, ooh, this is icky. I don't like this.
Yeah, and especially with how it ends. And, like, I'm all for a bleak ending, you know, the villain wins or the villain gets away to kill another day or whatever.
Right.
But the very specific way that they ended this, it was like, all right, well... Are you promoting this?
Right. I was
like, what's going on?
It's either some weird commentary that I'm missing, or it just felt so out of place in them, because I mean, it's based around Halloween. They're doing these videos for kids before they go out trick-or-treating, so that way if they go missing, they have a visual representation of who this kid was. I get it, but it almost felt like they were promoting it, and it felt really weird, and it was the second to last short, and it just, all the steam that was building up just faded away, and I was like, I hope this last short is good, and it was. So then I was right back in. If I could just edit that segment out, it would be a 5 out of 5. So, all right, sir, you're number 2.
My number 2 out of 5. It is 28 years later. God,
love it.
Damn, this was, and I'm going to call it zombies, even though it's not zombies. Fuck you. This is a perfect zombie movie. Like, so perfect. Everything was done right. Every character that had speaking lines had the exact amount of speaking lines.
Yep.
Every background character felt like they had a purpose. So it wasn't just like random ass milling about. Like, everything seemed lived in and real. The camera work was disgustingly insane. They invented new ways to do things for this movie specifically. And man, just, it's so good. And it's so good that the second one isn't even out and they've already greenlit the third one. Like, I am so hyped for this franchise.
Correct. I'm not going to say anything because I couldn't have said it better. The only thing I will say is I am a little nervous because January is typically when studios dump things that they're not really sure will do well. But at this point, the first one did so well, I don't think people will go to the theaters to see this one. I also fully trust Nia DaCosta as a director because she did Candyman, and that was a 5 out of 5 for me.
And I saw a clip of her talking about doing Bone Temple. And you can kind of get nowadays when a director's talking about a movie and maybe they're like lying through their teeth about what they think about it. Like, they know it's a piece of shit movie, but they got to go out and promote it anyway.
Right.
Nia DaCosta, like, the way she's talking about it, I'm like, I think you actually believe what you're saying. I believe in what you're saying because you believe in what you're saying. So,
yeah.
And I mean, it's Ralph Fiennes the movie this go around. Like, he can make a pig look good on stage. So
I know he was my favorite part of this movie outside of Alfie, who crushed it. I mean, this is the year for kid and horror movies with between Weapons and Sinners and this movie. A lot of great, strong kid performances, but it was I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. And I also gave that a 5 out of 5. We talked about it on the show. If you'd like to hear us wax poetically about it, go listen to the 28 Years Later episode. It is a fantastic film. And it's also that's another one that's kind of divisive. A lot of people hate the camera work. I fucking love the camera work and everything about it. So my number 2 is The Toxic Avenger at a 4.5 out of 5. Is it necessarily deserving of a 4.5 out of 5? No, I don't think so. But it's a 4.5 out of 5 time that I had in the theater cracking up with my wife. There was like a couple of people who were on the same wavelength as us, but then I'd say about 50% of the theater wasn't getting the assignment. So I was having to hold in my laughter to not seem like a lunatic because I thought it was hilarious. So I'm sitting there.
That's always the best feeling.
Yeah. And there's like 2 people right behind me not laughing at all. And I'm wheezing because I don't want to be so loud, but I fucking loved it. It was great. Peter Dinklage was great. Elijah Wood was fantastic. Kevin Bacon is the bad guy. It was just so much goddamn fun, and another movie that I did not expect to like as much as I did. And I think our number ones are going to be synced up if I remember. So hit me with your number 1. Top 10 of the year.
My number 1 out of 5 out of 5. If I could give it a 6 out of 5, I would. If I'm using the shit ass out of 10 scale, it's gonna be a 10 out of 10. Motherfucking Frankenstein.
Yeah.
God damn it. I love this movie so much. Like, I knew I was gonna be excited about this movie when they announced it, like however fucking long ago.
An eternity ago, it feels like.
But like, I don't even like Frankenstein as a story all that much. Like, I get it. It's a classic.
Right.
And it's all right. But when they're like, oh yeah, it's Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, I'm like, yeah, this is going to be fucking good. And man, the most perfect cast ever. You know me. You know I don't care for Mia Goth. This movie made me like Mia Goth.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. Also, Oscar Isaac, every movie he has ever been in was training for him to become Victor Frankenstein. Like when I read in middle school, when I read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the character in my head, aside from what the actual context of his life was,
right? Like
the actual image of the character, Oscar Isaac as Victor Frankenstein. Like, exactly.
Yeah, he was so. That's my number 1 honorable mention. I wanted to have my number 1 honorable mention be like a bang. I didn't want to end it on something that would have been kind of divisive. I put that in my top 10. But yeah, I wanted to end on Frankenstein because I knew I would like it. It's a Del Toro. I don't think I've rated a Del Toro movie under a 4-star. I mean, 9 out of 10 times it's either a 4.5 or a 5. I love his work, so there was no way I wouldn't like this movie. And I was correct. It was brilliant. I loved what he did with it. He was true to the book in some aspects, did his own thing. It's dripping with his aesthetic, just the mechanical gears and all of this shit. It's so good. I loved it. If you want to go listen to Michael Vyers on the Shameless Picture Show talk about it, he loved it, and his guest, Jason Hillman, hated it, and it was a great conversation. I always love when people on a show have two wildly different difference in opinions, because it makes for great conversation. But yeah, Frankenstein was great. I do wish it went full theatrical. Going straight to Netflix and having like a limited weekend was unfortunate. But and then, you know, Del Toro said I think he's done. He's going to explore other things. He made the movie he's been wanting to make for 30 years, and you know what? Go crank out some other weird shit. I'm sure you have plenty of ideas. So
yeah, go get just team up with Ron Perlman, and because they're best fucking friends.
I mean, yeah,
and go do something fucking weird that we're all gonna love. Make a fucking audio comic book, something. I'll listen to it. I'll consume it.
I really hope that he does another season of Cabinet of Curiosities. Because I mean, really, he just produces it and he gets directors to do all the segments. I'd love to see a season 2 of Cabinet of Curiosities. So Del Toro, I know you're listening. Please make another season. All right, well, that's going to do it for Cory's top 10. My honorable mention. It's been a hell of a year. Next year is going to be so much fun. Thank you for joining, Cory. And I will introduce our last and final, I almost said guest, host, Gabrielle Proctor.
Hello.
Top 10 of 2025.
It feels wrong when you don't play the music.
Nope. This is what I
feel like we're going in nude.
That's a way to put it.
My ears feel nude.
Your ears feel nude. Okay. Well, you've heard my top 10 Jason picks. You've heard my top 10 worst and my top 10 honorable mentions. So many fucking lists. Now it's time for the final count. I don't know. What's the thing? It's time for the something.
Top 10?
Sure. I was trying to say it in a different way, but that's just me. So my list, I don't know. It's a weird list, okay? It's a very strange list. Some of it feels very predictable. Some of it feels like some of these shouldn't be on there. And then it also feels like there's going to be movies that no one's even heard of. It's a very weird list this year, but definitely a little predictable. It's kind of hard not to be when there's like 2 huge movies that came out. So kind of ruins the fun. But anyways, no need to preamble here. We just need to get right onto the lists here. But first, how many horror movies did you watch this year?
45.
45. Okay, so I believe Jason was 21. Spencer was undetermined, but he did see 200 movies in theaters this year. Cory was like 13 or 12. You're 45, and I'm 85. Too many fucking horror movies. Oh my God. So let's go to you. And I have no idea. I have no idea what this top 10 is. It's always, yours is always the most unexpected. Because Cory, he only watches a certain amount of movies. Spencer's unpredictable as well, because he sees a lot too. But yours, for some reason, is always throwing me curveballs. So.
Yeah, look, as you well know, by the end of this year, I had so many 4-star movies. I had to rewatch, which I never rewatch anything.
That's not true.
For the horror movies for the year, I never do a rewatch ever. This year I had so many 4 stars that were so near each other in quality in my mind that I was like, I don't know if this is in the right order. I have to rewatch these. So
I did have 22, I think, 4 stars. So
there are definitely movies you would be like, why aren't these on your top 10 that are not on my top 10? I mean, man. I know last year threw you off that I had Lisa Frankenstein at number 1. I was like, it's what I wanted. So
and that's fine. This is your list. So then hit me with your number 10. I already hate it. Just kidding.
At number 10, this also took a wild switcheroo at the very end today, is Companion.
Interesting. Okay. Well, how many stars?
That one was at 4 stars.
4 stars. Okay. Yeah.
Should be said, there's a lot of 4 stars that did not make it into the top 10. There's a lot of 4 stars happening.
Well, yeah. Companion was Spencer's number 7. It was on my honorable mention list, and I told on that segment, I said it had a very huge upswing from like a 2.5 to a 4. And if I didn't say that, I'm saying it now. It's hard to remember when I record 3 different segments. I don't know what the fuck I said, so I'm trying not to be repetitive, but I will see.
Sorry, everybody.
I will see in the edit.
Well, I actually had a different one that would have been up there that would have bumped Companion out of top 10, but then I thought about it today and I
Which
was
one?
like, Free Waka.
Oh, that should have been in there.
It should have, but the thing is I thought about it. I was like, I can't remember shit from that film.
You
I can't
also
remember.
watched Companion twice, though. You didn't watch.
Yes, but I remembered stuff about Companion. I remembered stuff about every other movie in my top 10. Free Waka.
Free Waka's so good.
Blank space. And I was like, okay, well, I can't really put it in my top 10 if it was so good that I can't remember a damn thing. It's still up there, just not.
It's fine.
Yeah.
My number 10 gonna be. I think my 10 and 9 are gonna be definitely like why Hard Eyes at a 4.5. I don't care what anybody says about this movie. I fucking loved Hard Eyes so much.
Oh, this top 10 ain't going to have anything to do with everybody's group opinion. It's more, what, did we have a good time?
The top 2 are definitely the time I had. And then the rest, are, I feel, valid for the list.
Yeah.
But Hard Eyes, I fucking loved.
It was so fun. It
was so fun.
It was so unexpected.
And it was unexpectedly good to me. And again, you need to, please go find Josh Rubin on the internet, and the movie will make so much more sense.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a movie that we both rewatched just because I was wanting to revisit the ending because I remember I didn't like it. And while I didn't rate it higher, I still kept it at a 4.5. I was like, I understand the ending now more because it makes sense. So.
I get the silliness more than I did
silly.
the first time, because the first time I was like, what? And now I'm like,
underwhelming. Yeah.
Oh. No, I'm on board now. I'm on board. It's fine. I'm good. I'm there.
We don't have very many good Valentine's Day horror movies. Yes, the original My Bloody Valentine is solid. I think it's like a 3.5 for me. It's a good time. The remake is fun.
It's got Jensen Ackles, which already bumps it up.
And Tom Atkins.
And the fact that he's in it, and he's Jensen Ackles.
And then, you have Valentine, which is so bad, it's just good.
It's a fun time because you're like, what is this plot? Why is it happening?
And then Lover's Lane, which is just trash. that one's
it's bad.
So not only is this, it's my favorite Valentine's Day horror, but it's cool.
Oh, yeah, this is going to have longevity. I think this one's going to be one that gets a following over time because I think people... It's one of those movies I don't think anyone knew what was coming, so no one appreciated it. I think it will have a longevity to it.
I think it'll get a cult following later.
Exactly.
But yeah, cool killer, great kills and gore, and absolutely hilarious.
Great chemistry with the cast.
That too.
And you could tell everybody was having fun.
Yeah. So that's my number 10. Your number 9.
Oh my God, it's Hard Eyes.
Oh my God.
Who knew?
Next. My number 9. Definitely divisive. The Monkey. I don't care. Just like Hard Eyes. I don't care. I had so much goddamn fun watching this movie. And is it like deserving of the 4.5? No, but it's a 4.5 time for sure. I was laughing. I was cackling. I was grossed out at moments. Hilarious and pretty fun little, not really a twist, but the good ending, better ending than I thought. And the fact that we got even though it's not in the Conjuring universe, it is still we still finally got our monkey movie. So
yeah, I've never mentioned it on this podcast, not even once. That all we ever wanted was to see what was up with the monkey and the Conjuring, and I was like, you know what? I'll take this. And frankly, this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted chaos. I wanted silliness. Theo James was clearly having a good time, and it was just ridiculous in the best way possible. And if you went in expecting serious, you were seriously mistaken.
Well, it's my theory is the people that because this came off the heels of Longlegs, totally different movie.
Oh, absolutely.
So I didn't like Longlegs, but I liked this, and I think if people like Longlegs, they're not going to like this. That's my thing. So.
I love so much, and I appreciate so much when horror movies, and we got a lot of them this year. That's why I think these lists are crazy. Is people thought they were going to be one thing, and they were something different. Where the movie was silly and horror. And we've talked about people don't like those two things together. But if you're like giving me gore and crazy kills, but I'm also laughing, I'm going to have a good time.
Yeah.
And
we talked about that on Weapons, how people, how the comedy didn't work for some people. And it's like, but that's how it would be in real life. The lawnmower guy, that would be hilarious from a third person's perspective.
Absolutely. And horror comedy, horror had a very all over the place year. But some of these horror comedies, we got a few really strong horror comedies, in my opinion.
This year?
Yeah. And
100%.
This was definitely one of them. Obviously, Hard Eyes too.
Yeah, 2 back-to-back horror comedies. And it's really funny, too, because The Monkey is only listed as a horror on IMDb, which I find strange.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're going to be a horror comedy, you need to place them correctly. If it's firstly a comedy, but there is horror, then it should be a comedy. Because there's a big difference for me from a comedy horror to a horror comedy. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but there's a difference to me. So
Gotcha.
Number 8.
For me? Wait, yes.
For you.
Okay. Sorry. Clown in a Cornfield.
Interesting. Love it.
Like I said, I know this movie was not big with everybody. It is rocking a 2.6 on Letterboxd right now.
So's The Monkey.
I gave it a 4. I had so much fun with this, and the ridiculousness of the movie, and the reveal being just like, what?
Well, you're not the only one. Jason and Spencer also had that in their top 10.
Yeah, it was such a funny reveal, and how the mentality of the younger generations ruining everything that the older generations built, except the older generation is clearly the problem, especially in the rewatch where it's like the troublemaker kids. Their shenanigans are so light compared to what you see in other horror movies or even real world things. We stole beer. We left money. They still left money. They just had shenanigans when they got it. We pranked somebody by scaring them. We immediately revealed we were kidding, not terrorize them till they're peeing their pants.
Fair.
Their shenanigans are light. They're teenagers, and yet sacrifices must be made. That's hilarious.
No, it's a good time. I gave that one a 4 as well.
You know that has a 4th book coming out? Yeah.
There's 3 already. Yeah, Spencer mentioned that. My number 8 has not been mentioned one goddamn time on this episode so far, which is just makes my heart hurt. Presence. Oh, The Monkey was a 4.5, and Presence is also a 4.5. Unexpectedly good from the ghost perspective, and it was just a beautifully told story, and I got punched right in the gut with that ending. So
that
almost cried.
That was one of my my 4 stars, but I'm sorry.
I also really am a huge fan of Steven Soderbergh, because the man has a wild fucking career. I mean, he did all of the Ocean's movies. He did Contagion. He did Aaron Brockovich. He did Magic Mike's Last Dance.
Like you do.
The man can do everything, apparently. He also did a new one for this year called Black Bag, which Michael recommended to us. So,
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Presence was just an unexpectedly great movie, and it was quite original. So, your number 7.
The Monkey.
Hey, there it is. What'd you give that one?
4 stars.
4 stars.
There's a lot of 4. There's so many 4 stars from... Let's see, that's number 7 all the way down to 17. There are 10 4 stars in here.
Oh, wow.
So many.
Wait, 10 4 stars?
I have 10 movies that were 4 stars this year.
Oh, okay, gotcha. My number 7, Frightmares. It's up there.
It was almost my number 7. But then I was like, I don't remember.
It's so good, and I believe Cory also had that on his. Yes, Cory had Frightmares at number 3. It was just so good. And then, of course, the reveal of what was going on, like I mentioned on Cory's segment, was interesting, because I had never seen a horror movie on that subject, and they got the lore very right, which I looked up and confirmed. So I was like, yeah, that's good.
And I was rambling on about, because apparently I have all that just on lockdown, and I didn't realize I did. And you were like, you are just sharing everything right now. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's like, it's all just bubbling to the surface that I know all this.
Yeah, you did. I had no idea. So that's also probably why I gave it a higher rating, because I was like, I've never fucking seen this before. Highly recommend Frightmares. You need to check it out. It's on Shudder. It's an exclusive or an original or some fucking shit. Oh, you know what just dropped on Shudder, by the way, that is so goddamn irritating? The Jester 2. I didn't want to pay $6.99 for it, because I'm a cheap bitch sometimes, and I wanted to watch that and put it on the list maybe, but now it's on there, so I have to wait until the 1st, so that way I don't include it on what I watch for this year. My brain doesn't make any sense. Anyways, your number 6.
My number 6.
I think we're gonna link up right here.
Are we?
I think so. What is it?
It's Dangerous Animals.
Ah, damn it.
I really enjoyed that.
Did not link up.
I gave it 4.5.
Wow. Really?
I was really surprised because, I'm
Holy
not as into
shit.
shark movies as you are. Like,
I'm not in a bad way, but I'm shocked you gave it such a high rating.
Shark movies give me raging anxiety.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, this isn't really about the sharks. Okay. I can get down with that. But the main actor whose name I cannot think of right now, the main guy.
The guy who plays the killer?
Jai Courtney?
No, not
Hi, Courtney?
No, it's
yes, that's him right there. I'm looking at him.
Hi, Courtney?
Jai.
Oh, Jai Courtney.
Yeah, he played Boomerang in the Suicide Squad movies.
Yeah.
Captain Boomerang. I didn't know he was the bad guy. I already like him to begin with. I've enjoyed other films, not Suicide Squad, guys. Relax.
The Suicide Squad.
Yes, the Suicide Squad, but I'm talking about I've seen him in other things besides those that I've enjoyed him in.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. So that was already a bump up for me. And just the dynamic, the back and forth, the I'm never going to quit, and the level this girl went to nonstop. I'm getting out and I will be living. Thanks. Just no crying, no pleading, just I'll take a finger. I don't care. I'm leaving. I absolutely loved that. I thought it was really...
That one got a 4.
A really cool tense cat and mouse.
Yeah, that one got a 4 and didn't make the list because I figured someone else would mention it, and Jason did, so...
Yeah,
I got lucky there, and you did, so...
Yeah, and like I said, I was really surprised. I wasn't going to watch it, didn't care about it, and then I wanted to get to 45 movies, and I put it on, and I was like, oh, this is really fun. I like this.
Yeah.
So, I had a lot of fun with my top 10 this year.
Yeah, same. My number 6, I was really hoping that we would link up on this one because it would make so much sense given the movie Together.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Damn it. I don't think we're going to link up on any of these at this point. I don't know.
We don't know.
I think I'm the first one to mention Together. Looking through everyone's list. No, Spencer. Okay, Spencer did mention it. That was his number 4. But yeah, Together was incredible. Alison Brie, Dave Franco together, amazing. And it was just a great body horror movie. And I know you really enjoyed it as well. So
yeah, it was icky.
It was icky and funny. And
they had great chemistry. It's almost like they should be married or something.
It felt Lovecraftian adjacent.
Oh, definitely.
Given the kind of ritualistic culty vibes and stuff.
It would have gotten a 5 if not for that one thing I just don't get.
Fair. Your number 5.
My number 5, Final Destination Bloodline.
Hey, finally.
Gave it 4.5. That was so much fun.
The only person to mention that one thus far was Jason. I'm like, where's the love for Final Destination?
And we rewatched all of these, and we were like, some of these are so cheesy bad, especially the 3D one.
Well, that's the only my hot take. That is the only bad Final Destination movie is the Final Destination. All the other ones, fucking 3.5 or higher for me.
Yeah, but this is like such a this is so fun. Like you get those creative kills, and such an interesting take on the concept, and just like a wild ride. Like I said, a lot of these movies were just a fun time for me.
God damn, looking at your list, because I'm keeping track, this is the year for horror comedies.
I'm a sucker for a horror comedy.
Well, every single one of these is a horror comedy. I mean, even though apparently The Monkey is not listed as a comedy, I find that strange. Every single one of these, maybe not Dangerous Animals.
It does have an air of comedy to it.
But every single one of these, that's crazy. Yeah, this was the year for horror comedies. Wow.
I'm a sucker for horror comedy, especially in these dark times we're living in. I need a little laugh.
Yeah.
And comedies are rough out there. So, horror comedies is where it's at. And that's what, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. My number 5, right?
Yes.
5, is a movie that no one has mentioned. No one has fucking talked about. I haven't seen anybody. There's not a whisper about this movie. Dead Male. I'm not going to tell you shit about it.
I was going to say I didn't see it, so
I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, I haven't heard one peep about this movie from anybody on social media. And of course, I'm not saying I know everybody on social media, but It has a 3.2 out of 5 on Letterboxd. It is on Shudder. It is 102 minutes, and it is one of the most original indie lo-fi movies I've ever. Lo-fi? Is that the right word? I don't know. It's so good. It's one of the, like I said, it's one of the most original stories I've seen, and it's a very specific point in time in the 80s, focusing around like the post office and things that are dead mail. Like when you can't read an address that someone's written and you can't figure out where it goes, it's dead mail. It sits there. Yeah. And it's based around that. It's very Midwestern vibes. Everyone needs to see it. It's so good. 4.5 out of 5. Oh, also Together, 4.5 out of 5 as well. Everything's a 4.5 out of 5 until my top 3. So, Dead Mail. Yeah, please, for the love of God, someone go watch that. It's so good. You're number 4.
I'm sorry to say I did link up with somebody on this one. It was just not you. It was Spencer. Together was my number 4 at 4.5 stars.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess it's over for us.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow. Okay. My number 4, a movie that had a just like Companion, another massive upswing, Sinners.
Nice.
Yeah. I had that movie at like a 3 when I came out of the theater. Then I thought about it and I was like, all right, fine, 3.5. And then I was like, all right, a lot of these 3.5s that Sinners is around, Sinners is much better than, all right, fine, 4. And then we rewatched it. I was like, all right, 4.5. I'm not giving it a 5. Like, I tried to put my petty personal vampire lore, whatever, aside, but that's the only reason it doesn't get 5 is because...
You're petty?
No, just I don't like some of the vampire lore. I'm still not a fan of in that movie. Mm-hmm. The whole let me in thing got so tiring after a while. Like, I get the joke, I get the bit, but like we don't have to say, "Can I come in?" 400 times. It just bothered me.
Do if we want to get in the building.
But again, can't speak enough praise about this movie. Just cinematically, they're probably the greatest movie of the year. It looked great. I can't wait to see what Ryan Coogler does if he does more horror. I know he wants to do like Twilight Zone episodes or some shit. I don't know.
That'd be fun.
But I need him to make more horror because this was brilliant. So your number 3.
The Long Walk. 4.5 stars.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Interesting.
This was this is where we get some non-funny entries.
Well, I mean, the guys are definitely having fun for a bit.
There's some levity moments. I would in no way say there was comedy in this. There were levity moments to help ease some of the tension, but Stephen King straight up said, don't shy away from it, and they didn't, and you feel that. And I don't think I've ever need to see someone try to shit and walk at the same time, but here we are. Also, Mark Hamill was so unrecognizable just by his look and his voice. I was like, I remember leaning over to you like, is that Mark Hamill? Like, yeah. Okay. Really throwing me off with the aviators and the hat and the weird facial hair he had. That's called a beard.
That was, shut up. That one got a 4 from me as well. I really did enjoy that one. But yeah, this is a fucking bleak story for sure. Mm-hmm. All right, now we're into the 5-star territory here. My number 3, Final Destination Bloodlines, 5 stars. It was as enjoyable, if not more enjoyable, than Final Destination 2. And I already gave that one 5 stars. So logically, I gave Final Destination Bloodlines a 5-star.
Wow, you allowed things to tie. That's weird.
I know. Well, what am I supposed to do? I can't downgrade Final Destination 2. That's a 5-star movie. That impacted an entire fucking generation of people.
Yeah.
Log trucks, man. Mm. So this is a movie I would give 6 out of 5 if I could. But it was just so much goddamn fun and a great return to form after. Well, I mean, I know the 5th one was definitely an improvement over the 4th one. But I really, I told you. I said they have to do something different with the premonition, or it's going to be the same old shit. And that's exactly what they did. I was like, there you go. Different way to set up the story. They tie it in very subtly without throwing it in your face. So yeah, 5 stars. All right. Your number 2.
Sinners. 4.5.
Yep. No shock there. Yeah. I know. It's like almost the back half is more interesting than the front half because it's like we had so many strong movies this year.
Yeah.
Oh man. This one's not making your list, and it makes me very sad, but it's fine. My number 2, 28 years later, we talked about it on the show. That's been on, actually, I think, yeah. Cory was the only one to have that on his top 10. And Spencer, sorry.
If it makes you feel any better, it's 11.
Oh, it's 11?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll take it. Honorable mention at least. 28 years later, you can listen to Cory and I on the episode we did this year. It's a perfect movie for me. All right, number 1. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Weapons. Okay, yeah.
5 stars.
Yeah.
That was my only 5-star this year.
Wow. I mean, to be fair, I only had 3. Typically, I've what was it, 2022? I think I had like 6 5-star movies, because apparently 2022 was the year of fucking bangers. Top 10 of 2022. Here are all the 5 stars I had. Barbarian, The Viewing, Fresh, The Menu, X, and The Black Will Go 7. Oh, so 6. I had 6 5 stars. 2022 was a fucking year. Weapons. I mean, we just talked about it on the last episode. It's so goddamn good. And I'm just very excited to see what Zach Kreger does going forward. I feel like he has set the bar very high for himself.
Definitely.
So I hope, it doesn't have, I hope he doesn't pull an Ari Aster, because Hereditary, Midsommar. Mm-hmm. Beau is Afraid got a 4 just because it was a what the fuck. But if you look at his track record, it goes, for me at least, it goes 5, 4.5, 4. I haven't seen Eddington yet. I've been putting it off because I'm scared to watch it because I don't want this illusion of this director to just crumble in front of my eyes. But eventually I'm gonna have to watch Eddington.
Beau is Afraid really put me off, man.
Was it the giant monster thing?
Because
that was
mostly, but that was not
the
that was not the only thing. It just the whole film put me off in general. I'm like, and I'm along for the weird rides, movies, but this was not it for me.
Well, there you have it. A slightly predictable yet unpredictable top 10 from both of us.
I regret none of my choices.
It's a pretty solid year for horror, if you ask me. Definitely the year of horror comedies for sure.
Yep.
All right, so that's going to do it for 2025. We do have one more episode that is released on the same day as this episode, which is our bonus for December. And I'm talking to Eduardo Sanchez, Alejandro Bruges, and Mike Mendez about Satanic Hispanics. I think I mentioned this on that recording, but it was like a month ago, and I don't remember. But next year, we have a very fun theme that we have dubbed the Monsters of the Month Club. So each month will be a different monster or entity, being, fucking antagonist. Like January is haunted houses. It's not a monster, but whatever,
Yep.
We've got vampires and zombies and werewolves. Oh my! And it just made sense to call it the Monsters of the Month Club. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have 5 movies for each month. We have an essential viewing, a deep cut, a modern, 1 international, and then a wild card. So and these are picked by me. So it's not necessarily written in stone somewhere. It's just, these are the ones I felt are essential. These are the ones I feel are deep cuts, yada, yada,
and a few
yada.
that I've bullied my way into the show.
Well, I mean, Houseu was going to be done at some point because it has to. I mean, that's probably why I did haunted yeah. The month, and they're all puns. So January is Hauntuary Manor. Mm-hmm. I can't remember what the tagline was, but it's good. And I'll talk about that later. But we're going to do away with the Oscars, obviously. We are doing away with the Jason picks for now. We're going to go back to what have we been watching, IMDb Roundup, and then the movie itself. And we're just going to talk until we're done. I have kind of stripped down the format. Instead of hitting all these fucking 15 bullet points, we're just going to talk. And we're going to talk until we run out of steam. That's what we're going to do.
Yay.
It just makes more sense because at some point during the episode, I'll be like, all right, well, we have to get to these points. Let's cram them in really quickly. And it's just too much pressure. I just want to talk about a movie.
Yeah.
So the first movie up in January will be The Haunting from 1963, based on the Haunting of Hill House book by someone.
Good old, what's their face?
Something Crane.
That's the name of the character.
Damn it is. I'll tell you more about it on that episode.
It's a surprise.
So go check out the bonus episode where I'm talking to 3 directors. It's a lot of fun, and we will see you in 2026 for Hauntuary Manor. So until then, stay tuned and
stay spooky.